dead.
Welcome back, one and all, to Dreamworks Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm gonna die.
I'm your Dungeon Master, August Schmidt. With me, as always, we have the wonderful members of the Speedrunners. In no particular order, simply going from right to left this time, we have Logan as Sinbad the Sailor. We have Logan as Hiccup the Dragon Trapper. We have Sam as Nicholas St. North. And we have Shelby as Tuthania of the Fairies. Last we saw the party, having taken the Book of Peace, translated by Hiccup, understood to be an ancient set of scripture written by someone by the name of Adam, detailing the chronicles of the beginning of the world, some of the earliest holy war. Indeed, all of you taking this book sailed across the Mediterranean and decided to get out of the Mediterranean, which currently is under the complete jurisdiction of one Proteus of Syracuse, Sinbad's old friend, now very war-hungry. As you made it down, you decided to head into the Nile and eventually came upon a city floating upon it. Indeed, Egypt is now a floating city. Magic has changed it to literally take it from its resting place, and now it sails the Nile, slowly gaining more and more territory. The idea then became, based on some different nightmares interpretations you guys had, to speak with the Pharaoh, Ramses II, to gain either information or safe passage, being currently wanted by a strong major kingdom. But when you arrived in the throne room, having offered to meet with the Pharaoh, granted audience, you saw by his side, pitch black, speaking with Pharaoh, and as he left, Ramses turning to you all. This is where we are beginning tonight's session. As you stand in the throne room in Egypt, Ramses has simply stood up, but he has put aside, you see he was holding a crook and flail, the symbol of the Pharaoh, and has just set them to either side on tables next to his throne, and is just standing looking at you as he says, "So, I've heard much about all of you."
Follow my lead. I step in front, so it's kind of like 1, and then 2, 3, 4, just all
Come around.
me. I go to the full bow position, head to the floor, on my knees.
I also.
I bow. I say, is it my Lord Pharaoh?
Usually people, it varies a little bit. The closest we're using for our world would say either Pharaoh, just like a singular title, Pharaoh Ramses, or you could say mighty, great, excellent Lord, like those work. Usually it's just like, because Pharaoh was like, you're a god, basically, usually people could just say, Pharaoh Ramses.
And that's the
like already that's, you are Pharaoh, but you could add in titles, that's not going to hurt your cause here.
I just bow and I go, "Almighty Pharaoh, we come wishing to trade." I'm still.
Here's what's really smart about this. I'm going to offer you a persuasion with advantage. This is one of the first big things. Because Pharaoh has heard about you guys and is not a friend, so to speak. He's not an ally. Okay. Okay.
You got this.
Boom.
Oh no.
Only to me. Alright,
Oh my
10.
gosh.
Yeah.
A 2 and a 5.
I'm
plus
going
5,
to
baby.
cry.
I thought you were about to give something, because the way you said, I'm like, ooh, give him something. Nope, just cry.
And we could risk wild magic.
I'm going to
No.
quickly...
Okay.
I have to pull up some of his stats, because I did roll... I don't want to say bad.
I wouldn't expect it to go awfully on like. I mean, I wouldn't expect me to say just that one thing
And then it
would
to
make
work.
it completely.
But we
fine.
wanna get the
Exactly.
conversation
But this might
going.
the conversation might change, differ.
This is gonna set
I just have to check
beginning.
because I rolled 10 might do it because I did roll low. But now I have to like pull up stats because I'm like, oh yeah. So here we go. He got
I
plus.
mean, I might be able to actually give you something. I might have guidance.
Only always bard.
You might have guidance. That could
Literally.
help. Yeah, no, it's always that level of like, dang it, who's got buffs? Here we go.
Look at level
So-
4.
Not me.
Okay, he's got.
Wait, do I have expertise? Not persuasion.
Oh, he does not have proficiency to insight. Okay. He got an 11 then. So it's not
Guidance
terrible.
too.
One
You're a rogue,
second.
so you shouldn't.
1 second. I got
Well,
spells.
certain rogues do get guidance depending on like
I got Druidcraft.
druidcraft.
Almost.
That's it. You can make
Close.
plants. Yeah.
You can make a
You see
Dandelion.
on 11, Ramses doesn't. He's not immediately attacking you guys,
No
but
problem.
you see though he is not like in any way like moving forward or backwards. You see.
Okay.
So
Offer something else, by the way. Now.
you are the ones that have the Book of Peace.
Do I think that now is a okay time to look up?
I think on the 11 to 10, this is a very tense. It's almost roleplay at this point. I'm just like.
I'm gonna look up at him, but like stay kneeled like this.
Yeah.
kind of thing.
And I will remain kneeled very much in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, on, like kneeling but looking up is that so he can talk, open up this communication.
I'm going to. He said Book of Peace. I'm gonna say, yes, Your Highness. Proteus has become very war hungry as of late and has closed the book. He has gone on a rampage across the 12 cities, and we are hoping to put an end to this war of sorts.
My magicians have told me as much. Proteus, the man who brought the book back to Syracuse, has chosen to close it. But I find it intriguing that you have the book with you now.
I returned the book in the first place. And upon giving it back to him, leaving for some time and then returning, I look back to my crew and I look back at him and I'm saying, I do not believe the Proteus that currently sits upon the throne is the Proteus that I knew when I grew up. I have reason to believe that the goddess of discord, Eris, has taken his place.
I will tell you, you've said a lot of right things.
This is why we put Logan in charge of this.
Also, okay. If this doesn't work, I can regrow his crops.
I've got this, guys!
I can do the plague.
It's like
Wait,
the
they
time lapse series of
That's
it's
They
little
have-
plants
it's like-
slowly growing up.
Individual one.
we have
Each one.
We have
Yeah,
bargaining chips.
You see, Pharaoh is going to sit. As he sits down, he says, "So you are not a fool. I have questioned for some time the sudden turn in Proteus's mannerisms. My magicians have shown me that he is changed, but to claim to be a goddess, we do not hold much sway to Eris in these courts." You see, he kind of like slowly gestured with two fingers. Ra, Set, Horus, Nephthys, Isis. These are our gods here. And I want you all to make me an insight check as he says this.
Actually, I didn't mention one of them.
Oh, there was a couple. He was just giving a quick list.
Yeah, because there's
Not
that-
one,
Wow.
baby.
Woo, that
I rolled a
one.
1, 2, and a 5.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait
yeah,
a
you
minute. We're all
You
one
said
with them.
insight check,
insight.
just a 17.
Just 7.
8.
8.
Hold on. Oh, why did I exit?
You are a
An
inquisitive
inquisitive.
rogue.
Oh yeah, you might have some buff to this. That will help.
They get
Because I will say,
gotten to
you can tell there are 12
Why don't
statues
I
in
have
this room.
expertise in it then?
Well, because actually, I think it's something where it's not that you get expertise, you get other like buffs of like if you spend enough time with a creature, you might get better things.
Can I do something with that?
Yeah, let's we'll double check that because this is a bigger thing with this insight right now into the vibes.
Because right now I only got
this is like.
Because I'll say, on a nat 1, Sinbad, you're definitely in that, like, this is going too well. It's that, like,
Force damage as well.
I'm not
haunches raised, like something's gonna go wrong.
100% not even caring about the statues.
Here we go. The, being ear for deceit.
I mean, that makes sense.
This isn't something, though, to tell if he's lying, unfortunately. And this isn't, unfortunately, insightful fighting.
It doesn't affect insight. Never mind. Basically, another thing the Inquisitive Rogue get is if they move less than half their movement on their turn, so outside of combat, very easy to do. They get just blanket advantage to perception and investigation, but not insight.
I think you just have the base +3. It's usually in a combat thing that your insights are good.
that's 11, 12, 13, 14.
14. We're gonna start going up again on the nat 1. It's anything could go wrong at any second.
Right.
That this is a battle of words right now, and it's not a great place to be. On an 8, Hiccup. Pharaoh seems amused by a lot of this. Like, you're looking around, and it's that, like, he knows he's got a big upper hand, both knowledge-wise and physically. Something about him feels... And, like, you've been around dragons enough to be like, even if they're smaller, doesn't mean they're not as scary. Something about Pharaoh does feel like, ooh, he's got some magic, some skills, he's juiced somehow, right? It's that, like, he doesn't look normal.
Yeah.
Tooth, on a 14, there's something in Pharaoh's voice when he's talking about the gods. You won't get this, unfortunately, on 14. It's enough of, like, his cadence changed.
He feels like they've become either inferior.
In fact,
I mean-
North, that's exactly. His cadence was almost flippant. Yes, pharaohs are gods, but
Believes he's a god.
to think himself better than the 12 gods of Egypt, or the 12 major gods that they
I mean,
really
they're
do
the
worship
ones
right
that
now.
secure
Okay.
his life in the ashes.
Warlock.
This is incredible news for me.
Well,
I'm
yes, and that's
so ready
so
now.
you have this, and we'll see how you subtly pass this around the party. That is the trouble right now. It's
Yeah.
hard to
Can
just
I
like,
kind of just give
can we have a
him
moment, Pharaoh? Guys, this is so yeah. It's
Too bad I don't have message prepared.
thieves
Thieves'
can't.
We have the ship Thieves Can.
Everyone but me.
I know. Well, but shifts you
Can I
can't
give
until you
Thieves'
can get.
Can't and like Morse code blinks? Like I like.
Like
got
subtle
something in my-
taps, blinks.
I got
Oh wow,
something in
no,
my
thieves
eye,
can't.
like-
I think there's
Oh,
many.
on the ship crew.
I think the
That's
reason
true.
you can't say
Yeah.
what's the language of thieves can't, because it can take anything. You could go, hey, what's the weather like? And because I nodded my head like that, it means I've got a gun under the table because someone is in the other room ready to kill us. Like, thieves can't is so open to interpretation.
I
I'll
just need to
allow
know, like, he
tooths,
thinks
blinks,
himself
and subtle
a god.
taps of
Yeah,
like.
so I'll just be like, he's really thinking himself. He's
Upon like
Because I feel like that's fair because Shelby guessed that and inferred that.
That was a
before
guess.
everyone
You
got
were
it.
able to infer off of my vagueness. I think that's
I
smart.
think-
I mean,
The
that's,
sun definitely
that's
shows,
one of the downfalls
down
of
in the
Egypt
deeps
itself was
of
that
his,
the pharaohs got
his
too
Oh yeah,
prideful.
that's real world history. The pharaohs got so big for their britches. We're like, no, we're actually gods. And then Rome, and yeah,
and
but-
then Rome went, hey, we're here.
upon receiving that information, Sinbad smiles a little bit.
Yeah.
He's got this.
So why should we care about Eris?
Because she threatens to take over all lands. Not by any honest means. Her power comes from her ability to deceive.
True. But she is simply a god.
What's that?
She
Sorry.
is simply a god of another world.
Is the armies of Proteus pushing on Egyptian borders at all?
At this point, probably. Again, what we know
Syracuse
is
is pretty close to Egypt.
Syracuse is terrifyingly close. If we're looking at, oh no, that's
Gold
not
Goldman
right.
City.
That's, yes, that's Egypt. Yes, because give you that, like, you guys are in the palace right now.
Because it's like a raised
Yeah.
area on the Nile.
It's
That's
crazy.
so
Like
cool.
a good couple feet above the water.
That's insane.
We have Egypt here. Again, right now you're about near enough
Why
the
is there a
question mark.
question mark?
That's where Egypt
Because this and
was.
this one, the Jews went back.
Yes,
The Hebrews
the
went
Jews and the
back, yeah.
Hebrews were all there.
Because
You guys
Moses
are
just
looking at.
so-
Here we go. In Syracuse, yes, with the 12 kingdoms, the closest to the borders of the Nile is Dideron.
Dideron.
But even at that, that means they're
That's
controlling this seaway, this seaway. Because again, any
Yeah,
of these
they can't
kingdoms
get
lead
out.
into others. They
They're
have,
landlocked.
They have control.
even
of
though
the entire
Egypt's on the water,
trade.
they can't get beyond, gosh, a little bit of this inland of the Mediterranean. Because that's all Syracuse now.
Alright, this is gonna be risky, guys.
Okay.
You got this.
He says, another god from another land. I'm going to say, a god from a land that is expanding very quickly. However, without the Book of Peace, she holds no sway over her people. Upon receiving the Book of Peace, you may be able to prevent and destroy her rule without even having to lift a finger. We come looking to trade the Book of Peace for the Shard.
You see, at this point, he slowly walks down, takes this obsidian khopesh that seems to glint off in the sunlight as he pulls it again. Black blade, inlaid metal on the side.
Logan's just stoic over there.
You wish for the shard, so you know of the shard. This is a tough bargain, Sinbad the sailor.
Understandable, my lord.
What if I do not wish to part with the shard?
If you do not wish to part with the Shard, I will be taking the Book of Peace out of Egypt, and Proteus will inevitably follow me for it.
Here's what I will then say. You've given a pretty good deal of, we would like to trade it. We're not threatening, rather we're showing, right? We're not making the threat, it's Proteus. Here's what we're going to do. This will be a party persuasion check, because all of you together want to get above the DC, or an average above the DC.
Rather than making my own, can I give a help action to Sinbad?
You can. The downside is just that's one less person to help put you over in that sense. So
Yeah.
you can offer the advantage. What do you get for your persuasion?
You know what that means.
That you eat dice. I know.
19.
19.
I got a natural 20.
Natural, natural 20. Yeah.
Hey! 21.
Yes!
That was a good play
You know
on my
what's
part.
wild?
I hate my dice. You know what that means,
Rolled an
Linus.
18 plus 1.
The only person that technically failed was Hiccup.
19.
DC
was the
20.
DC. Yeah.
Because this is a
But
big trade.
2 out of 3. Or 2 out of
Here's what's
Two out
going to
of three, 'cause
happen.
I merged into
2 out of 3. It's smart, because, yeah, you could have made
I
it.
think that was good.
Pharaoh's going to look at his sword.
Is he interested in why we want the Shard?
He is interested. You can tell, like, that's a passive thing. He is studying the shard of, like, you wouldn't ask for it if you didn't know enough. Like, what, like, why would you look at my sword? Can I have the piece of metal in your sword? Like, yeah, you know, you're calling it a shard. Like, so he's definitely looking at that in that I'm curious.
I'm never gonna give any free
What's
information.
Hitch doing right now? Or did he
Oh,
leave?
he
Pitch did leave.
left.
Pitch,
Yeah, that's right.
Pitch basically finished up his conversations, like, have fun.
It looks like he probably sees Pitch the same way he sees us.
As competition.
As
Lower
Another
resource.
voice.
lower.
Yeah.
Ramses is gonna think about it. So you wish for a shard of the sword, and in return I get the Book of Peace.
Correct, my lord.
I want you to make me an insight check, just Sinbad.
Sinbad.
Having made the deal, having said this,
Oh,
Oh,
that was a 19.
I thought it was.
I was so close.
12.
I thought it was a 19.
Dude, I
There's
was like,
something you
9.
don't know about this deal that you think it's why Ramses is about to take it.
Is there anything that I can find behind us or behind him? Any
Like
physical
surroundings?
things in the room?
Behind the dais of the throne, off to the side, there are stairways that lead up. You know, the grand palace here. Close to these stairways, there is a couple of like potted trees. Behind you, there are these beautiful, more oasis-type palms that are actually planted into the floor, like grown here. Most of the stuff seems empty, probably because you're noticing the scuffs on the floor. Things are brought into this area when they want. I mean, we've all seen, you know,
Wait, I think I know what it
Dreamworks.
is.
So it's like things can be brought in and stuff. So Pharaoh knows
I ask,
something.
my lord, might I ask, do you have a second shard?
Clever.
That was all
Can-
I didn't know that.
If he confirms
see.
this, then I'm gonna.
He simply gestures around. In my grand workings, I was blessed with power. You'd be surprised how easily elves can die, Sinbad.
Elves? Just like elves. I'm afraid I've never come across any myself.
You might one day. They think themselves immortal. But when a shadow demon approaches you, wishing cooperation in return for a piece of power that you have found, you do not wait for them to take it, Sinbad. You seek out more. I have in my possession 2 shards.
Let's go.
I'm gonna-
Let's go.
We just found out last session that all but one shard we know the location of.
But this is the last one.
There were 2 shards that weren't in full play. One was with Ramses, and the other one was lost. So
And
we
now
just found the
Ramses
lost.
is the other one.
So,
As far as taking, I see no greater prize than the Book of Peace. It is a relic that has protected me and my family for my entire life. And giving it to you is the highest of treasons. I myself.
he is going to make a check.
Okay.
Not based on the deal. Again, you got the success, but there's just more he's trying to just glean before he, shall we say, hands stuff over.
That's fine.
Before things trade hands, he's doing a last little like. Okay. He stomps.
No, it's
I
definitely
know.
not with us.
You came from Syracuse.
Yes.
Couldn't have been more than a few days. Very well. You may have one of my shards.
I'm going to reach here.
Yeah.
No.
100%.
No.
Just it. Oh yeah, I got it. Okay.
Book is only worth 1. Just 1.
Hold on.
Don't.
He's got this. Trust Logan, you can't stop the fox.
Can't stop the fox.
Scared.
I trust him.
I do too. To be fair, this is a deal with the devil.
If I may, my lord, is there anything that you wish?
What do I wish?
Motherfucker.
He's gonna have us go kill Moses.
Have you heard Sinbad the sailor of Egypt? And you see at this point he will slowly stand from his throne and starts walking over to a side balcony where with this raised palace it overlooks across the city of Egypt.
See the statues.
And see, yeah, just from right here down and around you see
He
these
was
twin
a great leader.
I'm gonna tell him.
Slay. Yeah.
Slay.
But you see
I tell him, my lord, I myself am half Egyptian. But for my crew, this is their first time.
Egypt is a powerful nation. But years ago, I had a rude awakening. I was shown that though we are called Pharaoh, though we are chosen by gods, there was yet power. And you see at this point, he holds onto a stone column and it cracks all the way up and down that I could never possess. He lets go, leaving a handprint in the stone.
I got him monologuing.
You want to go steal the other sword shard while he's
But
monologuing?
I
No!
found myself in a rare miracle. You see, he turns around I died, Sinbad. As water enclosed my body and face, I saw death. But I saw something more. Something to give me what I want. I have everything my heart desires. And what I don't yet have, I can get for myself.
What if we were to track down your brother and kill him for you?
I need you to take that back, please.
Oh, Moses is no concern of mine. I took out some
were you
rage
there
on
for
him
that?
just
You said you
weeks
cared.
ago.
It's on the. There's a wanted poster of him we saw.
Oh, that's right.
I took out my rage on Moses, and he will be with me soon enough.
I'm glad to hear that.
The book for a shard. And I'll let you all leave with your lives, including the rest of your crew currently selling in the marketplace.
I'm going to thing
Take it.
doesn't hate Moses enough, but can I make him? I'm going to bow once more, and I'm going to say, I must reveal my intentions to you, my lord. With these shards, we hope to slay Eris, the goddess of discord, as well as Pitch Black, the man you were communing with earlier. Along with that, I will make Moses bow. For as I came from Syracuse, and his influence has reached far greater.
Moses is of no concern to me. I've
Damn,
sent my
alright.
best assassin.
Alright,
Oh, shoot.
I say, very well, my lord. The book for a shard.
But which one?
That's a good question.
We do not the sword. I don't, hold on. I'm thinking,
The one he originally
Which he
possessed.
would prefer to give us.
What's the one that he doesn't seem?
yeah, exactly. I think that
The one that he's not.
he's
the
much
sword.
more willing to give us not the sword.
Yeah, not the one in his weapon.
I'm gonna ask for the one unseen by your subjects.
Very well. Come, follow me. And you see he puts the khopesh down at his side, sheathes it, and he starts walking over to the stairs, expecting you all to follow him.
I will follow.
As he leads you towards the leftmost stairs, up and around, high up, the stone curves until both stairways meet into a grand entryway. You see the large gilded doors of gold and rubies inset, as Pharaoh is taking you to his room. He takes his hand against these large doors.
Didn't know he swung that
He
way.
looks at both guards on either side. Leave. Boom, and takes his hand, pushes open both these large, heavy-set doors. Boom, boom. A gigantic room, windows on either side. Inside, you will notice a few key things. His bed, of course, is adorned with multiple cushions, couches. There is a small river with a pump that is running up to the room to literally give a river in his room.
Jeez.
As he steps through, the river's only like maybe 2 centimeters deep, but it is that illusion of like a flow. Steps around it, but in the center of this room, there is a black monolith rock, maybe 7-8 feet high, jagged stone that almost looks like a maybe what we could call an egg, but it looks to have subtle lines that seem to wrap around the rock. As Pharaoh approaches, you see and hear dark whisperings. As you do so, I need all four of you to make me a wisdom saving throw as you get close to this thing.
Oh, finally, a decent roll.
Wisdom.
Yes.
Felt.
21.
21.
17.
19. 9.
No!
damn.
Shoot!
So wait, Tooth you got?
21.
21.
9.
19. 17.
Tooth succeeds on the 20.
Damn it!
As the ill effects that you will feel is the start of insanity. You hear the whispers in your mind pulling you. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Steal an hour. You can't. Why are you trying to stab them in the back? Kill them all. Why would you take this? Run. Go. Hide. No, don't hide. Fight. Kill yourself. Kill them. As these whisperings start
Can I tell
in and
them
around.
a little?
It's enough that, like, Tooth, you feel it. And you almost hear these whispers, but you aren't being affected. Now, hopefully you won't be here long enough to let these effects stay.
Can I, like, make sure they all stick together?
It's a temporary thing. Shelby.
It's a temporary.
I know, but I'm still nervous!
As Ramses approaches, you see his face has become gaunt, almost ashen gray skin. He turns, his eyes are not black, but voids. Empty sockets that stretch
Dead.
edward, everything inward. As he approaches, takes his hand, draws the khopesh. His blood drips down his arm, coating it red. As he starts drawing an unholy symbol upon the rock. The lines become creases, valleys, and break as the rock seems to unfurl. For a brief moment, I will describe that you see something that could almost be akin to a figure with wings, horns, fangs, that is clenched downwards, holding itself inside. But that in one hand is a metal shard. That as the blood moves the stone, you see Ramses is still bleeding, and you realize the blood is tethered to the base of the elbow as it bleeds, suctioning upwards to the rock. He reaches forward, picks up the shard.
Is it small or big?
This shard is what we could describe as like a pocket knife size. It's actually a much smaller shard than you would think. But again, Hiccup, that very intuitive, that power set, still horrifyingly powerful. Flicks it in a finger, holds it.
Wait,
Yeah.
my lord, one more question.
What?
When will you take vengeance for our people?
As he slowly, you watch, he takes the shard, cuts the bloodline as the rock being curls back up as arms and wings refurl around into this rock. Ramsey stops, turns. None of you realize that the air had become dark, as if no light was appeared, but now light starts returning as Ramsey's turn, face filling again. I act on my own plans.
The day before Moses left, the angel of death stole my son.
I would like a deception check.
Oh. I don't know yet if I want this to be real.
I know. That's why I'm saying it's a deception, because it's more deceiving him because you are preying on a
You're preying on his
his
reaction.
reaction.
On
You're,
his reaction.
yeah.
16. Do I have
16.
advantage on this one?
I don't think advantage, because this is a
Yeah.
very
I was
what we
about
call a
to say.
snap decision of like, wait. So I'm gonna make a roll.
Please let that be low. Please, God.
You see Ramses warn him. Add his name to the obelisk. As he holds out the shard. Give me my book.
What did he say?
Give me my book.
No, before the.
Oh,
Right.
warn
Lord
him.
him at his name to the obelisk.
Because there's a obelisk monument, basically. I will say
Remember,
he
I
did
was
roll
like
a
baby teeth around it like a
17
psychopath?
synthetically. Basically, he's
Fuck, are
he
you
gets
kidding
it.
me?
He gets it, but it's not like yeah,
Damn it, man.
it's ass, right? So it's
Oh.
basically that like, yep.
Alright,
Who's got the book?
it's out of shit.
Shit, but why is it in my inventory?
Did you take it?
I didn't add it to my
Well,
inventory.
we left it with you.
I did,
Pick
but
up.
I.
Pick up.
Book's in your bag.
What the frick? So I'm like, yeah, it's in the shit.
Here it is.
As his hands grasp the book, you see for a slight moment, like sizzling of fire and water, like energy as he holds it. He is going to place the shard in your hand. A shard. This is the shard of animal transformation.
Oh, it does stuff?
Yeah,
It
it
does
does.
stuff. With this, I will help add it to your inventory because they got weird names.
Okay, go for it.
And well, I think we'll need it to you because the artificer might be able to do
There
something.
we go. Actions, inventory. Yes. We need to give you the shard of animals. Here we are. The wielder of the shard may cast the Awaken spell as an action up to 3 times per long rest using this charge.
Awakening gives sentience to a non-sentient creature.
As he says,
So we can.
Spike.
No, I'm thinking, what if we can make the other shard run away from him?
I'm free!
yeah, right?
Terrible.
You see though, he hands us over. Pray we don't meet again, Sinbad. And use that shard before you lose it.
Pleasure doing business.
As you kind of realize at some point the guards came back there at the door as he gestures for you all to leave.
Oh, and if you start having nightmares, blame Pitch.
He doesn't scream anymore, he's dead!
Boom!
Let's get out of here!
As
Fuck, man, I'm not sure about this anymore.
Let's leave!
all of you are escorted out of the palace to the front
At least he
steps.
can't use the book because he's evil.
We don't know that.
I don't know.
I think that was a speedrunning sequence break if I've ever seen
That
one.
was, hey, if we can clip the boss fight by like losing, you drop your inventory,
Find a
you
secret
actually then
item.
drop. Yeah, it's a speed trek.
We found the secret item behind the room.
Yeah.
Well, I will say we did get another good thing out of this. We don't know how to fucking kill
There's
him!
actually only one shard left to be revealed to the world.
I don't like what.
Don't do that. Hey, stop.
Gotta lick my teeth up. As you exit, you'll be greeted by Kale and Marina, who are coming up with the crew with a couple other guards. You see Kale. We had a fun time in the market. As he kind of like cocks his head to the guards, because yes, Ramses was pretty aware the second you guys got to the city, it seems.
Bitch, bro.
They were able to get, selling off all the supplies, just like making money, enough to make the crew happy, every member of the crew happy for 2 months. Like, all those wages are taken care of. Plus a little bit, about 100 gold pieces of little spending in case the crew needs, or the ship needs something.
Sweet.
I am going to grab Hiccup.
Okay.
Hiccup, why the hell did you have a book of these?
I left it on the ship, I promise. I had it on the ship. I left it. I gave it to.
Luca.
No,
Yep. Look
Rat.
at the dude there, right?
Marina.
I gave it to Marina on the ship. I left it with her.
Check for any magic residue in your bag.
We've got. You see, Marina. I think it's time to go. As again, the guards are like kind of slowly inching forward, not like maliciously, but not like, why are you still here?
I'm gonna look to the guards and thank them. Just thank you for bringing my crew to me.
All of them kind of like will turn. Half the guards we're gonna go back into the palace. The other half are gonna escort you guys back to the ship, the Chimera.
That's fine.
Heading back down south to the port. Not much really happens. I mean, there's a bit of head turn of like, oh, people are being escorted. Nothing crazy. Eventually, you will find yourselves at the Chimera. The real question is, you could set sail, start sleeping somewhere else, kind of get out of Dodge right now, or you could, I won't say like stay in Egypt in that sense, but it's that like, hey, we're at the port, we're here. Do we want to like take a rest, like recuperate before sailing off for another day?
First things first, I gotta walk in and look at where we put the Book of Thieves.
We gotta leave.
Go in, look for the Book of Peace. The area is empty. It's not like there was a second one or anything crazy. The book is gone. It's no longer in its spot. Doesn't seem to be any physical or immediate visible residue. Most of the thing you're looking at the ship is, again, most of the crew got kind of like shanghaied either in the market or on the ship of like, hey, you're all going to come up. Basically, if the deal had gone south, suddenly within a round or two, your crew would have been there as like bargaining chips of like, and we'll kill them if you don't. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Can I have magic awareness?
Yeah.
See if I can sense the presence of concentrated magic.
There is no concentrated magic in this room.
Okay.
I have a what now?
I don't.
As thanks to some of the other party's crazy shenanigan, magic items are being restored. In fact, Jin will let you know his boots of speed are working again.
What is it?
As it would have been bad, eventually all the crew was going to start losing their items, but someone found the sword shard that was fucking up magic items and said, let's stop this. Cost him a lot, but it was a solid win for the world as a whole.
I think also not taking his scepter is going to be lead for a more climactic fight when it eventually happens.
Yeah. So.
Alright, I think we're going to take our safe passage out of here.
You sail off.
Oh, can I write my son's name on the obelisk?
Yes, you can.
What's your son's name?
Rudy. I don't know. Hold up.
Heading out of Egypt. Now let's pull up the more Egyptian stuff.
Let's go to Arya. Yeah.
There's a couple places. Obviously, the farther south you go, eventually you'll be heading up into the mountains. What we know as eventually you'll reach the city of Midian, that very biblical. Most places are landlocked there. Sailing back out, you might be in danger of having to skirt through the Mediterranean. But of course, Moron is a major city, not one of the 12 actually, I guess to help point out that distinction here. Moron is a mining city on the coast that is currently in the process of a major gold deposit. It's not one of the 12 kingdoms of Syracuse recognized, thankfully. If we're then looking at still in Egypt, Moron eventually get to Firebend. This is a major city. It's basically the western capital of Africa right now. Most trading stuff goes through. Area, again, you're eventually getting far enough down, you're starting to run into cities full of elementals and dragonborns, and, Leonins. I don't know how to say dragonborn. Leonins and elementals. The ship you could skirt the coast, but again...
We'd have to abandon the ship in Midian.
Yes, if you were to go inwards, which that might be a bad idea. But again, it's because there's 4 major kingdoms of Desan, Fiveria, Statin, and Ditaran that are along the coast. It's not as bad as the northern half, but like that's...
We did see Syracuse had most of the navy there. Yeah. And they didn't mobilize the entire navy after.
Yes. They send a lot, but like, there's still stuff they haven't sent.
His name was... Oh, that's a girl name. Yeah. His name was a 10.
A 10?
Was it you and Marina's?
Carve it in as you head off.
That's some world building.
Some world building. What's the idea? Do you want to head to Midian, but knowing eventually you'll have to come back, kind of past Egypt back through the Mediterranean, or start heading to the Mediterranean now to try
Let's get
that
outta
blockade of like, or even just stealthing your way through the
Yeah, we're
Mediterranean
just
to get more to
stealth our
open
way
waters?
Let's talk as a group.
I want stealth. I vote
Stealth.
stealth.
We came here for the shard, only to gain a half. I'm afraid we might not be able to kill Pitch as early as you'd like.
I could have told you that.
Kale is helping get the ship ready, slowly bringing you guys out of port as you talk.
Well, that'll be okay.
Will it?
I didn't expect us to be strong enough to take him. The shard would help, but all I knew is that the shard would hinder, or at least we could get in his way. He's been collecting them. I don't know how many he has or how many there are, but he used one to kill the Sentinel. And if one can kill a Guardian, then what can he do with more?
Did he kill?
He had at least 3 when I saw him.
So, our current objective to save the world from Ragnarok is to save as many people as we can.
Or stop them at the source?
Slowly pulling out through the twin pharaoh
looking
statues.
off and just like,
Are you alright, Hiccup?
yeah.
You seem
Oh,
off. I've been told I'm pushy, so I'm going to be
it's
pushy.
fine. Why did we even humor the idea of giving him that? I didn't mean to bring the book. I don't know how it got there.
No.
It was just suddenly in your bag.
I thought I left all this.
Suspicious.
I thought I left all this. I thought I left a war to get away. I left my home to get away from all this type of things, and now I'm back into it. All this political crap and all this.
I'm afraid, Hiccup, that wherever you go, there is war.
Sinbad's not going to be doing any inspirational speaking to him.
Hiccup, check your character sheet.
What?
Check your inventory.
No way. No, please. Oh God, please no. No, please. Oh God.
What have you done, August?
Shut up! Don't look!
I'm not looking. I cannot see your screen.
Hold
Don't
on.
look! Shut up! I had to
I'm
exit out and just completely
Yeah, I
stop.
gotta refresh it, yeah.
not looking. I can't. I see the back of your computer.
Inventory.
I'm checking my inventory.
Oh, I have to refresh.
Okay,
Ooh,
then I'll
that's on
refresh. Tell me
me.
when.
Okay.
There you go.
We got to go.
Do we see it?
No. Okay. Okay.
You gotta show me.
No, yeah. So it's like I thought I would just like look. Look.
How'd they get in your bag?
Well, I don't know. I'm looking right here at.
We gotta
We
leave!
got it. No, I look and I'm like,
Gotta go.
I got
Yeah, passive inside. Come down. Go. Have the
I
sails.
yanked the anchor up. Just boom, 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 boom.
As within a mile out from Egypt.
holy fuck! Why does everyone want to chase us? Why does this happen to us? What?
What is in
did you
your
do?
It's
bag?
a book! It's here!
Everyone, roll initiative.
It's always with you! It's always with me! It shows me!
You are awful!
It attuned to you!
It attuned to
It's
you.
oh my gosh! Fuck yeah.
It attuned to you.
I'm gonna put that in
I thought I was clever enough when you're like, why is it in my inventory? I'm like, yeah, why?
Charmed, frightened, or paralyzed now.
That's sick.
It's a solid thing to be attuned to. Because you spent time with the book, you translated, you read from it for 24 hours.
Yeah.
You attuned to it.
Okay,
And when
initiative.
you're attuned to it, it stays with you for now until you try to break it.
Holy crap! Go! We got. There's no way to make this go faster!
We are about to do a
Well, I mean, it
chase.
depends if magic turns back on and I might find something in my bag.
As we enter initiative, Dan will get a 20 or higher.
Yes.
Two.
19.
That's not.
That's not a 20 or higher.
Oh, my brain's not functioning.
Did he
Okay.
just do a nat 20?
cry if you did.
19 for Tooth. Dan would get a 15 to 19s.
I got a 15.
15 for Hiccup.
11.
11.
Natural 13, which is a total of 13.
Okay, I was like, pardon? Santa. I am dyslexic.
Well,
There
this
we go.
worked out great for us. Now
What
we
is
can
your
bring the
string?
armies.
I was very curious. I'm like, you're
We
on
just slip through because we just bring it. We sailed towards Syracusean waters, and they're like, "Oh, frick! They have the Egyptian Armada behind them."
Because
And then they
not
start
the
firing at
Egyptian
each other,
Armada.
and
Are we going back north?
you guys, currently the current heading was north until the
Yeah.
idea of do we want to try Midian?
Yeah.
No,
So
let's
you
go north.
Yeah,
Let's go
north.
are
north.
heading north. Let me, no, it's the southeast.
That's the Shire.
Don't worry about it. Basically, you guys are heading around the bend. Eventually, you start hitting kingdoms that have been conquered, like Nubia, on your way out. This is a chase initiative, because on an initiative count 20, the city of Egypt is sailing after you guys.
The city.
After
The
we start
city.
going,
I'm like opening, going through the book. I'm like, why? What is this happening?
Sinbad starts laughing
I'm
like.
just-
Wait, you're looking through the book?
Yeah.
Very last page was blank. All it reads is Hiccup.
Okay.
Just close it. Nope, don't got time for that.
So we gotta go.
Here we go. The key is right now you
Sinbad
are
starts
sailing.
laughing maniacally.
There is a lot of bad stuff that can
You're
happen.
happy about
the
this?
key
Now look,
is
2 armies are chasing us.
eventually
Well, Pitch
you
doesn't have the book.
eventually you can outspeed Egypt. Egypt is a city stat.
Yep.
The key though is you will need, and this is where we need to roll. It's a D12 plus 4. You need a certain amount of victories in amongst rent to outspeed, and that can come in a lot of stuff. That is a 10. 14 successes are needed. And that, 14 successes of, and I'll explain, any check can be used to get a success. You could say, I'm going to make an athletics check to rip the rigging, jerry-rig it, so that our ship can sail. And if you get the high enough DC, that's a success. But then you can't make an athletics check until all has been concluded. You could do, I'm going to make a performance check to inspire the crew to work faster. Beat the DC. If it's success or fail, great, but then you can't make another performance check. All the while, stuff will obviously be coming out of Egypt. But that is why we have the initiative. Starting us off on the 20, which is pretty cinematic because, again, within a few months, you guys are sailing out and suddenly Ramses looks down and goes, pardon?
The book's not with me.
That's not okay. Egypt is sailing after, again, what was passing by is suddenly now full force. You see water is starting to splash the sides of the wall and
Imagine
pyramids.
if we rolled high enough to get both shards.
Oh, you would have, that would have been much worse.
I'm
let me
so
tell you.
pissed, genuinely. Would he have ever made that trade?
Well, if
Possibly,
you
but you
Egypt on the
might
open
have had to
sea
give up
and
way
storm
more
them
than you
out.
should have. If that
As soon
makes
as he
sense.
said that Moses wasn't a problem, I was
Well,
like,
yeah, we were like, well, that's it.
Because he didn't meet with Moses. Fun fact, he killed him 7 times in a row to prove his might, and then when Moses managed to barely escape, he's like, "Oh, send him assassin." He's gotten his anger out in a very big way already.
he's what's the word where they throw binged? He's binged.
He binged, killed Moses for a bit, and like, I'm good for now.
Yeah.
Like, I got it out of my system. Here we
He
go.
seemed so content.
Egypt is moving upon you guys. As it gets close, I'm going to go to Egypt map so you can kind of see what's about to happen. At the tops of these 2 major pyramids, you can spot Spyglass Sinbad. There are groupings of mages and priests who are holding their hands above as sparkling light and fire begins to form in gigantic balls.
Can any of you do anything about that?
Yeah, let me look in my bag.
Neither of them are ready this round. These are charged things that they're doing. Basically, large level, fireballs are about to just almost very laser-like, but just thrown at the ship of celestial energy at you guys.
Can I attempt to grab the
ballista?
ballista?
Yeah.
The ballista, and put in like big things, like a chair and like a table.
Your ballista bolts are already pretty big. If you want to do like a check to like, hey, if we can make this better than just a normal bolt, I would allow that.
Okay. I'm gonna grab this shard. I'm gonna say,
This is Egypt
Max!
right now.
Oh shoot.
I'm gonna have Max come over to me
You're good.
and cast Awaken.
Yep. You,
Or initiative.
we're about. No, you're good. You're good.
I need to drop her off the key. She's
Oh,
locked out at home.
You're good. You're good. Egypt is starting. That will begin with Tooth. Now, again, as a group, you need 14 successes. That could be, of course, if everyone has a success, your success to help the ship move forward. In theory, that's like, what, a little over 3 rounds. But again, there is stuff happening. Tooth, what would you like to try as these balls of fire building atop Egypt's pyramids? Sinbad's calling over his dog, trying to get ready. What would you like to try?
I'm going to use Dreamcraft to create difficult terrain in their path. Basically, I'm going to grow the plants up so high that it's going to
That
take
is
them a little more
super
power to
smart.
lift them up.
However, this is a gargantuan city bordering on Titanic. Druidcraft, it really would only work if we were talking another Chimera-sized vessel. Your guys' ship is
I
like
think she's just making it in
this
the
size.
rivers behind us.
Oh, and the river behind you? Well, that's the thing. It's not gonna stop this at all. Like, this thing is... You would need something this, like, 4 times the size of the ship in the water to, like, start thinking about, like, holding it
Slowing
down.
I don't have much I can do.
You can start trying to make successes. What's your highest ability skill?
I have
'Cause-
shenanery.
Sleight of
Yeah.
hand.
Sleight of hand. So you could say, I want a sleight of hand to run the rigging, like, you know, basically tie everything down so, or we
Make
are
it-
ready to go.
Yeah.
Go
Or
ahead.
Just make the ship faster.
Go ahead and make your sleight of hand. So it's going to be
So do you know what our objective to win is?
14 successes overall, but that's amongst all you guys. So
That's 17 plus 8.
25
Damn!
beats. Tooth flits around ship. You are running back and forth, tying everything down, pulling the rigging. Ship is tip top. 1 success. Excellently done. That'll bring us to Hiccup's turn. We'll hold on to that. I'll allow him to retroactively do checks and things when he arrives.
Aha.
Like called in from above. That is perfectly your turn. Tooth used a sleight of hand for hers. 25. Everything's
Are we
tight.
doing it, like, using certain skills to, like,
Yeah.
help
You
us?
can use the skills you want to.
Yeah,
It's
like
just
you did
once
the
you've
casing
used
and
one on a
whatnot.
success, you
Yeah.
can't use it again.
That's
So
right.
like you could say sleight of hand. Ooh, that was a nat 1. We'll try it again
Familiar
next
with
time.
that,
It just
yeah.
doesn't help
Yeah.
now.
But
Okay.
once you succeed, it's used for this counter.
What the frick, bro?
This is getting insane. Love it.
The book of peace.
Peace.
Little bias.
Yeah, we're in initiative.
Well,
Wait.
I'm gonna go to the front
Okay.
and use investigation to see, like, if there's any shallow points that... Or
Smart.
climb to the crow's nest.
I like it. Yeah. So an investigation to guide the ship. That's smart. I like it. Go ahead, make the roll.
Does the crew make these checks?
The crew will have an end of the turn overall, but it's hard for them because they are working as a crew, not a player stat.
It's a 19.
A 19 will succeed. The DC right now in area of the ship to get away is a 17 DC. So
Is it
that is
lower?
2 sig. It can raise and lower depending on what Egypt does. For example, if they're hitting you hard, suddenly you've got a round of high DCs. If they fall behind or do stuff, it might be easier. So yeah, right now it's about a 17 because this was like you were barely out and they went, hey, and start chasing. So Hiccup, you are guiding the ship, calling out shots to get moving in around the shallows. Santa Claus, that's you. Sinbad, you're on deck.
With magic being turned back on.
Magic items are slowly being...
This is a...
We're starting to notice that?
You're starting to... I mean, magic items, that's also why the Book of Peace
Book
was
is like
able to
this
teleport you in the
super-
first place.
You know, I heard it whispering to me.
It both helped
Something
and
was.
hurt you. Yeah.
With that,
Oh, shoot.
I'm just going to do a quick general pat down of my coat. Do I have any snow globes that I had left over that I did not use? Any, I don't care where it goes, I just need a snow globe.
You motherfucker. Not the...
You
Yeah.
have one, and you don't know where it goes.
Captain, I can get us out of here right now,
Go? Wait.
but I have no idea where we go.
Do it!
Okay, I'm gonna and throw the snow globe in front of the ship.
Shit. Here we go.
What the frick?
I As the ship is about to hit, the water suddenly opens up into a portal of ice and snow. The Chimera, Titanic leans forward, about to sink under the water.
The snow globe's like sucking water from the Nile as
Exactly, as become sinking. I need dexterity saving throws from the ship. Hold on tight. I'll make them for the crew.
Can I do an action surge really quick to guide Max?
Yeah, like, grab, spike. No!
Nat 20.
Love to see it. The crew has succeeded.
That's cocked.
It's called. Is it far enough? You can do what I like to do. You put
Put another dice on it.
put another dice like a D6 on top. And if it,
I failed.
That was cocked in the
all right, we'll get to that.
Wait, a what throw?
This is dex save.
Okay, 16.
Does this make Max succeed though?
You stand up.
Yes, Max has
If I
to
give him
succeed.
advantage.
Or spike. I'll let you can give advantage.
I sit down in front of the AC real quick.
Oh no.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I sacrificed my life.
He almost
for
has a
Max's
nat
sake.
Sacrifice my own
one.
life
You're
for
basically
Max's
going to take bludgeoning damage as you get whipped around the ship. Everyone else is like grabbing a rope and whipping it around your arm a couple times. People below deck holding on. It's that you hold on to Spike, but no one's holding on to you.
Yeah.
You won't fall out of the ship. I will say, like you had to nat one
I
something.
did.
You nat one, did?
Yeah.
Can I grab him
He
at
gave
the
him his
last
cocked
second?
2 for now.
Here's what's gonna
No,
happen.
Oh no.
It was a cocked
it
one
was-
for a 2, but I'm like, I gave my
Sinbad's
disadvantage
turn is
for advantage
next.
to Spike.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna roll. No, I'm not gonna roll. It's one and done.
It's fine.
You've got until the end of your turn to get somehow back on the ship.
Shoot.
That's kind of what it is. Santa just made the portal, and as
How long does the portal stay
you
open?
throw Spike
soon
back
as I
under deck
threw it,
and
the
feel the
portal
bump
closes.
that throws you, you are
So
And by
in denial.
Exactly. By
Like,
extension,
you
the
don't
ship. But as soon I just
You are about
This was
10 feet away from the Nile, but I don't think you have a swim speed right now.
Okay.
At least as far as I remember.
Captain.
So
Captain!
it does work though. It is your turn, Sinbad.
Do I have my action surge
You
advantage?
do, yes. Because I was gonna say
Is
like
giving
if-
myself disadvantage for Spike advantage.
Yes.
So I just need to swim back up to the ship.
You just need to make an athletics check. Yeah. Athletics check.
Acrobatics.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a luck check. Let's see if there's ropes that, because if there's like
There's ropes.
things nearby, you could try to grab and pull and flip your way. I would say yes. We'll make an acrobatics check. You're trying to get back on the ship as fast as possible. I will say not one.
You serious?
What?
That's my third one today.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Change
no.
your dice. Change your dice, bro.
Oh,
Use
no.
this. Use this dice, bro.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Sinbad.
Okay, so that's my action. Can I
Sinbad.
action surge try it again?
Yes, you can.
Alright,
But you'd probably need help, because...
it's fine.
No, let's see.
14.
14. You grab on. You're going to take a lot of damage, but it beats the DC 10. It's not hard to get across the water
Never
when you
mind,
have a swim
nobody will know
speed.
it's a bad idea. It's hot.
Yeah, no, I've noticed like sometimes our AC then will just push it right out. It's like, no, come back.
Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna
also
stand.
as well, and I
I'm
might
gonna
have
sit
to.
in front
We
of
can turn up the AC too and
What
oscillate it.
happens with the first nat one?
The first nat one,
Do I like drop the shard or something?
you don't
No.
drop the shard. What happens is you look behind you, raised above the palace. Ramses is simply standing in the air, looking
What?
at you.
I give a mock bow.
Mock bow. Cocks his head.
It like goes into full.
I'm
owl.
going to let Ramses, because he did have that nat 20, it works kind of perfectly. Yes, because ending your turn, you're falling in. He's going to get a shot off at you.
Can I yell at Max? To
Max, you mean Spike?
Spike.
Spike.
You can rename it too.
Did I get the awaken spell off?
You did get the awaken spell off.
Can I yell at Spike to shoot the ballista and try to intercept?
For disadvantage, I'll allow it. Let him have this. Spike now! Roof! Alright! and I can take a look at the AC too. There's some settings I can play with.
Sorry.
Disadvantage, Ramses is gonna take a pot shot.
Offered us his existing storage.
Yeah, I need to get it before I
This is
die.
rough. Okay, he's got. I had to re-pull up a stat sheet. I put it away because I was like, oh, in theory, nope. Here we go.
Chase encounters are super cool, but
They get
But
insane.
if it goes bad, it goes bad.
Because they could start gaining on you, and suddenly all the
Bad.
DCs are so much harder.
I would love to just be somewhere else.
I know
just
this
get
we're
left
right
behind.
we're
And you have
between
to make a new
Egypt and
character.
Syracuse.
If I make a new character, if any of us guys die, the character we're playing is Proteus.
The actual.
He can
Proteus.
do that? Holy shit.
I have.
No!
You forgot some.
Marcus.
He
I
can
know,
do
but
it.
like,
But I can
oh,
get
is
him.
he? Are you playing?
He's an actual
This is
character.
not
Oh.
a
I'd
attack.
be willing, if it was you, though,
Oh,
I'd
no.
get it.
He can see
It's an
you.
effect.
I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Shoot.
Could the ballista ball offer advantage as it breaks the line of sight just enough?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Is the problem is
Not one.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Sinbad!
What happens to me?
My guy!
Bad, you're
I haven't used my bonus action. I'm kidding. It means nothing.
The dominate person spell goes off on you.
Come on, book. Counterspell. Counterspell.
Here's what's gonna
Because I
happen.
have to get on top of the ship with all that.
You will be on the ship. I will say, because what he's doing isn't gonna stop you from getting to the ship. It's why he had a choice, and I'm like, this one makes way more sense.
What is it gonna do? Because we're leaving.
We're mighty Sinbad.
Here's what he's gonna
That
do.
make it the worst-
Yeah,
worst
dominate
gonna be
person.
Sinbad.
Okay.
It's the worst case scenario, yeah.
Okay. Sinbad.
The glitch is caught up.
As you fall into the water and ice and storm of this snow globe, you hear perfectly in your mind, you cannot run from the end. As you fall and feeling everything fall, we're going to first resolve some of the damage from just getting knocked around. So that is...
The damage knocked me out of it.
Unfortunately, no, because the damage isn't an
But
ally
it's
of
a
Ramses.
concentration.
Uh,
August, if he loses concentration.
Oh no! But Ramses isn't
Damaging.
taking. It's
Ramses is.
That's the damage
Mm,
of the
okay.
caster.
this is
I'm
4d10
talking about
Oh,
of bludgeoning.
if we leave, how is that
he
gonna
got
be
the spell off.
That doesn't matter. We're leaving.
Yes, but he has dominate person.
Solve another round.
He has a
before it-
telepathic-
That is 20
Yeah.
points of damage.
Any more?
That's it, just 20. Because this is magic through the portal. Here we go. You are linked to him.
Okay.
Because unfortunately, this is not taking you to another
Yep.
plane of existence.
Yep.
None of your snow globes.
Are we able to like have a conversation right now?
We're about to have a little bit of a conversation. Because he is taking control of your body.
You have the shard. Fudge.
I'm trying to think of what I want you to do, though. There's a lot.
Because Sinbad can't teleport it.
And I'm literally falling into the snow globe.
Into the snow globe, you're passing through. It's almost like that very Willy Wonka down an ice slide of death as you're all falling into who
Would
knows
he
what.
want me to try and kill myself?
He's not going to ask you to kill yourself.
That would break the spell.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
like he
just-
can't technically
yeah,
ask
tell
you to
that
hurt
physically,
yourself,
yeah.
but he can
Can't tell you to
do
harm
something
He can't-
different.
Make you do something directly harmful to you, whether that's physical.
Oh, I know
emotional,
exactly
mental.
what I'm going to make.
He can do it indirect though.
Okay.
You
Trapped in
feel
dark
yourself,
recesses of
because technically he is not going to make you take damage, but he is going to cut your finger. No damage, no nothing. You just need to do it.
Shoot.
You watch Foom,
He's trying.
foom, foom on the side of your own ship.
He's trying to trap me.
Take a little more blood. Circle. A runic symbol that you're unsure of. A slightly different rune, maybe not even the same language. This one definitely feels different. And the final one twists around as you push down, in, out. Lay your hand upon it. As we are now going to figure out where you guys just ended up.
Yeah.
Welcome to the world of Jamor, and we are about to spin that wheel.
Spin the wheel!
There are
Damn it.
so many different places.
Dang it, August. Yes.
And wouldn't you know, the second Sam said I have Santa Claus, I made a D100 of all the places in Dremore.
Well, we could very much end up in a place that
Do you want me to
just-
roll the D100?
What if we just end
There
up
is
in Egypt?
there's an actual chance because
You just stay
technically
in Egypt.
Egypt and the Nile are their own two spots.
We're gonna TPK if that happens.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. Like, you could just bounce back. Here's what's gonna happen. Santa Claus, will you roll me a D100?
What do we want?
I will say you do want a little bit higher. I did kind of
Higher is
skew.
farther away.
It's a 16.
Okay, that's
A
not great.
16. Ooh, you love to
let's
see it.
where it's going.
Shimona!
Simone!
Here we go. 16. One. Ooh, interesting. Yep. Well, because you're not going to Egypt. That was some of the worst places.
Thank God. That was. I
That
don't
was the big
care
one. So
where
that's
we go.
one.
We
So
just
it's not
fall
Egypt,
onto
but
the palace and
Syracuse.
kill Ramses.
He would kill us.
Yeah.
No, because we have to kill the thing.
You roll. There's some disruption in the ley lines. We have to roll again. We'll see where we're at.
Hide the map so I can remind myself. Okay.
As long as we're farther away, so he doesn't track us as quickly.
He's after us no matter what.
Doesn't matter. I know that. The farther away, the longer it's gonna take him.
We just have to. We have to abandon ship.
Literally. we
That
have
is
to
one of
abandon
the
ship.
lower
That
places.
pentagram is gonna-
It's not bad.
Wherever we spawn, we gotta. If it's land, we gotta just leave.
Here's what's gonna
We're gonna
happen.
Noah's Ark it on a mountain.
We probably are. On land. We're not gonna be able to use the ship anyway. Probably. We'll see.
Ooh, that's fun. Story-wise.
Ooh,
it's fun.
China! Whoa, look a panda!
He's doing kung fu and being attacked by lots of rhinos.
We just escaped from prison.
As
Yeah.
you jump from Egypt halfway across the world,
Yes.
it is a far place.
Oh no.
Santa
Outback?
and Tooth, I do need, and Sinbad, history checks on this place.
Watch this now.
Hiccup, you've never been to this place.
8.
An 8? Ooh, it's not in that window.
History? Well, I'm not curious.
Just for a 10.
Yeah. 12.
1 second, 1 second, 1 second. I'm almost there.
Oh, man, here. As usual.
History.
A frozen...
17.
17. This is a frosted over place of ice, snow, and water. You are on a ice floe. It might take some time pushing your ship over the water, but you're actually not too far away from water. That was helpful. As Tooth, you think you are in the North American set of ice and islands up here. What we would know as Greenland, but has been
This
just
is where
destroyed.
one of those peaks on the globe you saw was.
Do you know how wonderful it is we landed here? We could finally find our friends. You
Where
you
are
said
we?
Jack was over here.
This was the peak.
If the peak was there.
Peak was Volinar. Now I will Volinar.
That's so funny. Oh my god!
You are in this area, Tooth. Why you recognize, or I'll start with Sinbad. This is one of those places you sailed through to get to the edge of the world. Again, up past the periphery ocean lies the lands of nothingness and eventual astral sea.
To be honest,
Through here,
Hiccup is.
Tooth, these islands remind you of places you have flown before. That indeed, it's hard to know a physical location of a place you usually only teleport to,
Mm-hmm.
but you are probably in one of the closest physical spots on the mortal plane to the North Pole.
Oh.
We'll see.
See? As you appear,
From being in Egypt, arid Egypt, to familiar cold. This is nice.
Sinbad, the last thing you hear in your mind, enjoy it while it lasts. As you kind of blink and realize your hand covered in blood of like, oh, that was a nasty cut he gave me on my finger, kind of like along the side to really bleed. Again, no real damage points, can't hurt you. But as you cover it up,
Am I able to say something back to him?
yes, you are.
F you.
I'm going to say, I'm afraid I believe that you will find yourself in a time of want very soon.
Asking for a time of want. As you ask this, the blood gets hot underneath your hands. You feel the ship on the ice grow hot. Not enough to crack it, but definitely enough that all of you, like, the temperature raises like 15 degrees.
Yeah.
We gotta, abandon ship. Pack up, let's go.
Grab your shit!
As
Let's go.
you all run. Very smart call. If you hadn't have, I would have made insight. All of you grab your stuff. Valuables as well. Well, I will say, the crew knows valuables first, food later. Right?
Yeah,
but
we'll find
but they
food, we'll
are
hunt for it.
fast enough to get what they need. All of you grab your things, leap over the sides, as not from the ship, but from above.
He put a targeting lock
It's
on
like
it.
artillery.
Meteor storm.
My goodness!
Meteor storm.
A form of, to a certain extent.
Oh my
Like
god.
a glyph of warding, meteor storm.
Oh.
That's insane.
As all of you rocking in the Arctic Ocean feel water push against the ice floes as the Chimera is destroyed.
Oh no!
Your girl bossed a little too close to the sun.
Hey, we sped run.
I'm gonna grab those sails if you don't mind.
Yeah.
The sails are in fact
Yes!
that is part of. So, and I will say, your crew will help you before they are drug under the water. Like they help cut some
Drug
line.
under the water?
The ship is going down. It
Oh, I thought you meant
blasted
the
through
crew was
the
getting
ice.
drug under the water. I'm like, wait, what?
They all just go.
But yeah, we can
You
reverse
stand.
the wings.
We have winter gear. It's
You do have
canon.
winter gear. Yeah, no, that's canon. That's why, like,
It's in the
again, they're
movie.
grabbing their winter gear
I just
and
get it
loot
on, I'm just-
before food.
Santa always wears it.
I
All
don't
of you-
feel
He just puts
cold.
on his hat.
Are standing in the middle of the Arctic archipelago.
We have like sleds to put the.
I will make a.
Can we make sleds
From the wreckage.
from the wreckage?
On a 96 percentile, it's going to take some time, yes.
We're gonna.
While
we
they're
definitely
doing
gotta
that,
do
I need to
Santa
have
can help.
one-on-one with this man.
For sure. No, I think that's what I was like, well, a lot of the crew, it's like, let's start making sleds. Tooth, you pull Santa aside.
Speed running.
Why do you keep
No, I'm saying
avoiding
with the
when I
sleds,
ask what happened to Jack and the rest of them?
Because he ran. Jack left. He left us. He ran. He ditched us. Sandman died. Bunny's gone. I lost him. The sleigh's trashed, destroyed by nightmares.
It's Bonnie.
I walked across every continent for months because he left us.
Do not blame him, Nicholas. There's a man standing behind you. You know the voice. Tooth and Nicholas, you've heard this voice when you were called.
Oh, Gabriel.
Does not look like what he did before. He is in an elven body. And so pointed ear, long black hair, eyes still marble white. And you see though, the long black hair is slowly starting to shock white as he even stands here, slowly etching across.
What Dreamworks reference is this?
I apologize for the smite. We were not aware that it was you.
That was you?
You see he looks at the Chimera burning as, like, I don't think you guys have totally noticed, because it's that, like, they're just like, he didn't make a sound when he showed up.
We had the run-in with Ramses, who currently I believe serves the Dark Power.
He believes he's his own god.
Darker than what you may think. Ramses, I apologize. He put an ancient blooded Nokian symbol of smite on your ship.
Hole.
We had no way of knowing it was placed by one of the chosen. I apologize. but do you have the shard?
Maybe.
I do not have much time.
Hey,
The
what are you
elven
guys
body, as he
talking to?
holds up his hand, you see his veins are starting to glow. The elven body contains my form for much longer than most. But as you see the white hair slowly now almost to the top of his head, about to start traveling down. Let's talk.
Who are you guys talking to over there?
Captain, Hiccup, come, quick.
Sinbad,
Yeah.
Hiccup, Chosen.
Hey, you're an elf, right? I heard Ramses hates you guys. Can you help us out?
I'm an angel of the Lord. I'm the
Elves are
one who
angels?
chose you.
It's the man in the moon.
Thank God. Okay.
Just immediate, don't you? Listen, bud.
Thank God.
You got some questions.
That
We got.
waits.
You got some
He doesn't have
answers.
much time. Quick.
Listen, just
Start
listen.
talking.
We need the shard. Heaven can keep it safe from Ramses and the rest of what hunts you.
Wait.
Wait,
Inside check.
Go for it.
What are you gonna do with it?
Keep it prepared and ready until the time comes, at which point we break open the seal and kill the demons inside.
19.
What does
19.
killing demons do for you?
You think he is legitimate? Like, definitely the power rating is like, whoa. He is serious in, like, we can keep
but
it safe.
doesn't that kill the world?
You know, I've been thinking. If you all-powerful angels and demons have this big old battle, I can't help but think that we're gonna get caught in the crossfire.
Yes, that's the point. If we can gather the sword shards first, we can prevent much. We can start by opening heaven, and then open hell afterwards.
What happens if neither of them get open?
The world will fall into ruin. You have seen what is happening on this earth. You are right in assuming that the goddess Eris, for some reason, is choosing to work against humanity. Ramses has made dark deals with powers even we, heaven, fear. We do not have much time.
I'm not buying it. I go back. I got some work to do. I go back to work on the sleds. I turn my back on them fully.
If we have the shard, we can keep it safe until heaven can take out the demons.
But the rest of the shards, we don't even know where they are. I know Pitch has 3. I saw him.
The Chosen are working on it. There's more than just you in this world.
There's other chosen.
Half a handful of dozens. But in a world of billions, it is not enough. But those that heaven deemed worthy enough to be granted knowledge into greater powers. We have one shard with the Chosen, yes. The enemy has much, but we believe we can kill a certain Chosen that has turned to the darker sides. I'm running out of time. I do not have much to say besides you are wrong in doubting the Guardians, and there may be a way we can hinder Pitch's power without even killing him.
Then we should
Where?
find them.
The oldest of the Guardians is the Sandman. He was slain by Pitch, but he can be resurrected, not by heaven's powers.
Where do I go?
First, you need to find what is left of the Sandman in the North Pole. You must then find consecrated holy water, many different places, and a diamond worth at least 25,000 gold pieces.
Done.
If you have these, we can bring back the Sandman, which can stop Pitch and the Nightmares, effectively halting his crusade against all humanity. If you will not give me the shard, I cannot protect you.
I do not have control of this. This is the
That is
captain's
the best choice. I'm
I
leaving this
haven't
in.
heard any of this.
You're
I'm
good.
Sorry.
I cannot get you the shard as Sinbad is the one who holds it.
We will also allow Hiccup to hold on to the Book of Peace. It seems it has claimed you as indeed a good man.
Wait. What? Chose me? Why am I chosen? And why did it choose? I'm so confused. I wanted to get away from all of this. Why am I sucked up all into this still?
It is
No
your-
offense, you guys are awesome. But why are all these other chosen? Why me? I'm trying to get away from all this.
It is your birthright.
What does that even mean? I don't even know my real parents. I was just shown up on a ship and raised to just... Never mind. Just...
Holy water, some of Sandman's sand, and diamond of 25,000 can be resurrected, but only then. He's gonna walk over quickly. Sinbad doesn't have a lot of time left. Sinbad,
Hey, bud.
we can keep you safe if we have the shard.
question. Have you ever heard of a dick measuring contest?
Is this anything like the Stone of God, the Scripture of Paper, and the Swords of Angels? I was taught this by one of the chosen.
No, it's not. Think of when two guys measure how large their penises are against each other.
Genitalia, yes.
Yes. When you hear about it or you talk about it with somebody, it sounds pretty stupid.
His hair is almost completely white at this point.
But for those two people in the competition, it's the most important thing to them at that moment. And losing it, that's about as bad a thing as anything can happen to a person. So what I'm thinking is that you and these demons are having a bit of a dick measuring competition. In order to have it, you gotta have us out of the way.
This was not the intended purpose of heaven. We've chosen you all so that you may help protect the people of the world. Michael helps hand-pick you, Sinbad.
I know. I know.
As, yep, he turns, you watch the body. In a brief moment, he goes from standing next to you to halfway across this ice shelf before the body erupts into holy flame and sizzles away.
Couldn't.
He killed the elf?
No,
He couldn't. The
It was,
body
it was
dying.
a form he took. You can't hold that form.
He basically possessed an elf body, and because
killed an
elves
elf.
live longer, it gave him 4 minutes.
Yep.
He
4
killed the
minutes.
elf, dude.
Well, him possessing it would have killed it in the first place.
Yeah,
Shouldn't have possessed it.
shouldn't have possessed it.
You can't talk to us otherwise because heaven's closed.
Heaven's closed. That's
Rick,
his only
bro.
way.
Can I punch him in the face?
Why?
After that? Bro, I was right!
I was right. Look at me, vindication.
No! No! Tooth doesn't care about whoever the hell that was. You just disrespected the only person in her entire life who has been anything of a father figure.
What about him?
This is my best friend.
Best friends can be father figures. Right, Kale?
I
She
punched him in
kill.
the face.
I'm mad at you, but we'll talk later. As he's lashing up the sled,
I'm
like
punching him
he's
in the face.
Get your
compartmentalizing.
anger out on me. Punch me in the shoulder.
No!
Now.
No!
Do not hit the captain.
I don't care who he is.
Tooth. It is his choice to make. You cannot make everyone good. He is good. He's on the nice list. Alright?
I am?
Yeah, he was the first time you revealed that.
I don't choose.
I actually liked waiting till that line because he never does. Wait, I am. Yeah. As the sleds are made, I will let you know. Right now, in terms of these islands, you are on one of the smaller ones off on this coast.
I'm getting images of Skyrim when you go.
Shiofem, the land of the
Yeah.
elves. What we would know as like Canada, but Shiofem, this elven territory, lies southward. Sleds can get you far. You are in the northern months, and so if you're careful, there's a lot of ice flow that could probably get you to mainland. But it's probably going to be a bit of a trek to start getting to what we know as Volinar, the kingdom of the elves, where
We can use the dragon wings as tents.
Where the
Dragon Wings is
spike
10,
was.
definitely. That's where the big spike was, is Volinar.
And from here, roughly, where's the North Pole?
The North Pole technically lies outside of a map. It is an
Yeah.
unplottable area. If we were to try to give a location, you would start heading north across the periphery, start heading inwards because, again, curvature of a globe, and about this area just off the map here is where the closest location to a mortal plane could be, where technically sometimes it is in the mortal plane. It's not like it's a perfect
Where?
other plane.
Is my castle?
Your castle is a different plane of existence.
Oh, is it really?
The Feywild.
That's
That's
Feywild
true.
full.
Queen of the Fae.
As you are making your tents, getting ready to sleep for the
I gotta
night.
talk to the hiccup. I'm
Yes,
gonna
I was gonna say
speech.
because before sleep, before it's out, like let's go to bed and talk. What do people want to say?
Hiccup. How you doing, man? I lay down on the snow next to him.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a bittersweet moment, I guess. For one, the sweet part of it is I'm kind of in my own element of where I'm from, weather-wise. It's cold.
You like the cold?
It's oddly comforting. I mean, sometimes it's unbearable. And, where I come from, it snows 9 months of the year and hails the other 3.
Motherfucker.
Well, just that area.
Jeez, that sounds like hell to me.
Yeah, but that's what I know. And honestly, being in Egypt and near Syracuse, it was a little much. It was hot. And the leather, it rubs up in the areas. But now it's, well, yeah. But I also am just, you know, in Syracuse, I kind of decided, you know, I'll stick with you guys. You know, we made good money, and we got some good loot, and I thought maybe, you know, this is a crew to lie low with. And you know, when we saw that vision, I kind of was like, okay, you know, that's a kind of neat little party trick that y'all, you know, nice initiation you guys do. But you know, I was unsure. Sorry, I'm rambling. I tend to do that.
Some fulfilled time.
I'm scared.
You scared?
Yeah. Because now I actually have to make a choice. Never really had to make the choice. I could always used to just run away from it all my entire life.
Staring at the stars.
Yeah.
You know,
Aurora Borealis is just now starting
So
to come into
beautiful.
effect, yeah.
can I tell you something?
Of course.
I've never killed a dragon.
But you're a Viking.
I couldn't.
So you had the opportunity?
Many times.
What happened?
Well, for the most part, you know, you can just make the excuse of, oh, I didn't know what was happening in the moment. You know, there was a whole ship full of us. You know, someone else could do the killing blow. You know, I've fought dragons. I've usually just most helped. Never mind. It's okay. I never killed dragon. I'm too scared to. But now that I say that, I might as well have. I don't know. I just,
What do you mean by that?
well, maybe just stand by, or help with the rigging, or help in some way. It's end goal. I'm not saying like, you know, we kind of had what we had to do what we have to do, but I'm just saying. Sorry, the point of this is saying I'm not what everyone thinks I am. Is, you know, expert dragon hunter. I just mainly was just trying to get away from the war back home. There's a bunch of people who take the dragons and were building an army, and a lot of people were against that, and also outside forces. Now that I'm thinking about it, probably has some connection with what we're dealing with.
That sounds pretty fun. Using dragons. I should have thought of that. Sinbad's gonna let some silence pass.
Yeah,
Of like a couple minutes or something. And he's just gonna break it and he's gonna go, you know, the first time I saw snow was when I was about 18. It was a couple years and I had been on this ship. There was a captain, his name was Jim Hawkins. First name that came to mind, sorry. I was a ship hand for him and we sailed over to the north.
You have no idea.
We went to Iceland, or it's from, what's the place called? What's your place?
The
Barbaric archipelagos.
We went to the Barbaric Archipelagos. There's a chance one of those kids that I saw was you.
one of those other ships.
What's that?
Like the other ships that were passing by you, or like a ship
No in the
passing-
village.
I was really on a.
You were raised on a
I
ship?
was raised on a ship.
Oh, never mind, different hiccup. Still, I'll stand. He stands by it. There's a chance. But the first time I saw snow, I almost couldn't believe it. I had heard stories of snow. I thought about snow, but seeing snow for the first time was definitely a surreal experience. It was moving so slowly, and when I reached out to touch it, it was almost non-existent as soon as it landed on me. I traveled so many different places that I lost track of where we were. I lost track of who I was, why I left. I only had the consolation of knowing that there was one thing that stayed the same. Here, look up. See those stars? No matter where you go, you'll see the same ones.
Well, technically, actually, if you're more in the southern parts of the world, it's actually more shaded.
Same stars though.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, like, yeah. Sorry.
No, that's good. It's good to know about those things. I never realized that.
Depending on it. Sorry. Yes, same star, same night sky. Yeah.
And you know, I always wanted to be the captain of that ship. He called it the Lion, and I thought, that's not cool.
So Chimera came to mind. What is a chimera?
It's a mix between a lion, a dragon, and a snake. Sometimes, depending on the depiction, it might have a goat head or a human head, but
That's terrifying.
I thought so too. Now when I look at it, I used to think, oh, that's a little cheesy child dream of wanting to be cool and threatening and dangerous, but I finally had my own ship. And you know what? Every fight I got my ass handed to me. Most of the time, whenever we were looting a ship, we had to retreat or something along those lines. It was not good. Kale is the only one that stayed around. Eventually, I told myself that I wanted to be captain. And then the next morning, I told myself I wanted to be captain. The next morning. And eventually, I was able to keep a crew together for longer than 3 days. But I realized that this whole time I was trying to be this big, giant chimera. This aspirational warrior that never lost a fight. When once I started to realize that being a leader and keeping the crew together and being a real captain is when we started to find success. So sometimes you want to be one thing, but it turns out that what you are is something better.
I don't know who I am, that's the problem.
How old are you?
Like 20.
Dang. You're putting a lot of pressure on yourself. I tell you what have you been telling yourself you are?
Person who tends to think before fighting.
Okay.
Person who, I don't know, is good with, tools and making things, I guess.
That's what you tell yourself to be?
Yeah.
What do you wish you were?
Brave.
As the aurora borealis slowly extends, night drawing from 11 to 12 to 1. Eventually, you must sleep.
I'm just going to tell him this one last thing, which is, well, whether you're a thinker or a brave fighter, what I want you to be, and all you need to worry about from here until you figure it out. Just worry about what I tell you to read. Alright?
Okay.
Sleep slowly drags on your eyes.
Tonight, I want you to go to sleep.
Okay.
I would like a Constitution saving throw from everyone as they go to bed.
So he's gonna sleep
Oh
alone.
my gosh.
2, baby!
How? You're like Will Wheatoning this, bro. Like, I don't know. 3! Ah!
I got a 21.
It's
I'm
from
sleeping.
laying out in the snow.
Constitution?
Yeah.
19.
So, Tooth, Santa, you succeed.
Wow. That makes sense.
Level of exhaustion?
No level of exhaustion. Rather,
Worse?
Total 8.
you will not gain any benefits of a long rest.
Okay.
Meaning,
That is definitely worse.
yeah,
You don't heal.
And you don't get.
stuff doesn't come
No
No
back.
heal, none of my stuff back.
If you
I'm
can
gonna
take
second
a,
wind right now. at
you can
least.
second wind and take what's called a short rest to try to roll some hit points back, because as you
Oh, I
try,
can take a short
I
rest?
really didn't use it.
I do get everything back.
Yeah, fighters. But if this happens again tomorrow, that's when the exhaustion comes in.
because it's possible to keep.
How does healing and...
So you roll. You
Uh,
have a number of hit points for short rests.
Yeah, with
So
you should have like about 4d10.
short rest. And then that's how you have 4 you have 2 d8s and 2 d10s. to
Right,
roll
right.
from.
I'm gonna use 2d8.
Because yeah, you can roll those basically like a.
Yeah. To get those back.
2d8 plus 6.
Yep. Each.
So 10. Alright, cool. Oh, that's good.
The nightmares
We're at
begin
34.
Nice.
as the Aurora Borealis looms overhead, becoming dark symbols. Your nightmares are plagued with the explosion of the ship, the whisperings you heard across the room in Pharaoh's home. You see those around you dying. You see images, flashes of your pasts. Night sleep does not bode well for most of the crew.
How is Marina doing? I should probably check up on my wife.
As morning comes, it is very cold. You see that Marina and Kale and the rest of the crew have already begun the process of lashing things together to start pulling and looking for ice paths in this long trek, at least till you can find civilization.
We need a ship and go north.
At some point.
I'm gonna grab Hiccup. I'm gonna grab him. I'm gonna say, Hiccup, today I need you to trek.
Track?
Trek.
Track. Oh, just walk. Okay, yeah.
I'm gonna do something crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk off alone.
Crazy. Okay, yeah, keep going.
Crazy.
I'm gonna see if I can send a message to Jack.
Here's my
Using the
number.
wind.
So call me, maybe.
Here's what I'll ask for two.
Mhm.
You can send a message off from the wind. Allow you to text it to me, whatever you want to say. But
Nice.
it is a kind of pure luck check on my end of where that happens. Okay.
What was
Going
that?
straight to jacket.
What was that?
Well, that was a natural 25. I rolled a new dice and it
That
just
was a
happened.
dirty 30.
Dirty
A
30?
dirty 30? No.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what it is, unfortunately, because it is a
Private thing.
send it off into the Ethereum and hope for the best. So, what I would need, though, from everyone is, let's see, heading down, it's going to be a group survival check, because we are about to start trekking.
Good at survival. Y'all ready for this nat one?
3. How?
This is... Y'all ready for this? I rolled a 9 once.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's you never
This has
rolled
been a
with
I'll
wildly
sign it.
wild session.
Bane.
Okay.
Should I sign it just so he knows?
Yes. Oh, so
So it's not
they
like-
walk around. What the fuck?
Ooh.
13.
X's and O's. Ugh.
Who's looking at me?
13.
There we go.
13.
See.
'Kay.
14.
14. Can you
Let me
make
know
me
if I get a
a
response.
survival check?
Let me know if I get a response.
Yes. Yes.
Who's
As-
playing Jack Frost?
Lincoln.
Lincoln. Which, fun fact, he's actually
Guy who played
finishing
Disco.
up.
Yeah. Is he coming back soon?
Yeah, in a couple weeks. Because his
He,
thing
like,
is
leave his
basically.
party?
Well, yeah, it was because
Wow.
what Jack was like, I need to figure my shit out.
Yeah, that's
Sorry,
awesome.
guys.
I love
Like,
that.
because he's like, yeah, it's just a summer job, so I'll be back. I'm like, I like it. I think it's even a cool
I love
choice.
it, I love it.
Yeah, it'll be nice then.
What'd you get for your
So
survival?
like physically back, like Lincoln's coming back to live here.
Probably not here. I think he was looking at a place still in town, but just
Oh,
something.
he's looking in town again?
That's what I mean. Like he's in Rexburg physically.
Not now, but
Will
eventually.
be.
Okay.
So, did you
everyone's
get
coming back. Yay! Okay.
fun stuff?
That makes me so happy. That made my day. Where is? Sorry, I'm.
You're good. Survival, yeah.
Okay, that's a 13 plus 5. That's a nat 13, by the way.
Ooh, not 13. On a 3, Sinbad.
5 total.
5 total. You will get the sentiment from Kale of like, well, this is ass.
Right.
Let's just, we have all our money, we have all our food, we just need to find a city to buy ship.
Yep.
You want my coat?
You aren't wearing anything under it.
Exactly.
Okay.
He takes off his coat. Here you go, Marina. Hands it to Marina.
Oh, he's
Fuck.
gonna say you.
I know.
He's not like big, but like you've seen it when Kale's like actually like bad mad. This is more that like, we are stuck in the fucking Arctic. Like, I am not happy with this. Like,
We lost the Chimera. Yeah.
As Kale does that, he's gonna feel a warm fur coat around him as Santa's coat goes around him. He's like,
Drags.
just with the rolled up sleeves, and continues walking.
Around me?
I don't
No.
feel cold.
Kale.
Oh.
at which point I
can
will
have
start
my
making the rolls as you guys head off.
Fire sword.
This is where we will
Just
take
put
a
him on me.
brief 5-minute break. Thank you all so much for playing. We will come back in just a moment. And we are back.
Oh, we're not in. I'm not bad.
18 days of journey along the coast towards
Fast travel.
Shofem. Bit of fast travel, but eventually you make it to one of the northernmost islands before we reach the direct continent.
We're gonna be okay though.
It's the big choice is, do you take what could be a longer stretch, but eventually you will reach an island which is safer, right? Like, it's that, yeah, it sucks because, like, it's going to take more time, but eventually we'll hit an island and then it's a quick jaunt over to the mainland, or a long stretch of, like, miles of ice that it's dangerous, right? If it's thin or if there's animals, that's dangerous.
Yeah, I don't want to risk that.
Want to risk it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's be safe.
You don't want to crack it underneath us.
We'll go the safe way.
Especially with my luck right now.
As we come upon, let's see, which day is this? Heck yeah, it's 21st. So we are now in
We caught up to present
The-
time.
the 9th. We are in the 9th day of the second month.
Are we present time with the other parties yet?
Actually, it's all pretty even. Like, yeah, you guys were a little bit behind, which I'm like, yeah, it's crazy because
Definitely what happened.
you definitely time synced here. But there have been other parties that had things where, like, due to magic or places, they're like, well, we're now traveling. Not everyone's got a boat, so it's like if they want to go across
It's been
places,
some-
like
it's
a
been
party
some
did, like,
travel.
we have to get from far, far away to London. That actually takes time. One party got
Charter.
chartering ships. Yeah.
Wow.
You will reach the last stretch before you get to the mainland of Geofem, the northern kingdoms of the elves.
Well, are we actually trying to go like deep inside the mainland, or are we just trying to get a ship and figure
Because
out
if we
what
can
we're
get a
doing?
ship and go to the North Pole,
Yeah, what's
we
the
can
plan?
get the stuff
we
to
need to
resurrect
talk about
the
what the
Sandman.
plan
The
is.
closest, most passive history is, like, obviously, Volinar, the capital of the elves, would probably have ships.
Yeah.
But
I'm fine with resurrecting the same.
You'll
we
get
need
good
it,
dreams.
because we go to the North Pole.
that would stop
we get his
nightmares.
essence,
That's
and then we just
gonna
need to find a
work
massive
crap.
diamond, so it might be important to stop in Valinor to see if they have
True.
up
Yeah,
Because
25,000
with elves, they might have
Yeah, we
diamonds,
do
holy
need
water,
diamonds.
like, stuff you
Yeah,
might need.
because we need the diamonds, the holy water, and the Sandman's essence.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay? Heading across this ice patch.
Do at any point Tooth and I need to have a talk?
I will actually say, I was going to do that. I'm going to roll a quick d6.
No worries.
It's a d6 minus 1 of how long it's going to take you to
Okay.
cross it. Because, again, in theory, you could go fast. It might even have to take a day of just, again, awaken some polar bears and just, yeah. But, like, if you're not lucky, if things happen, it could be a bit of a time sink.
Yeah.
That's a 1. You're moving fast, boys.
Oh,
That's a 1 minus 1.
Yeah.
Indeed, taking the smarter route,
Polar bears.
sliding across the ice, polar bears.
Or maybe
At-
some Arctic wolves.
I will give you this. At one point, there are dark shadows that loom underneath the water. Because if I had not rolled a 1, you might have started getting attacked by large creatures.
Good thing. Good.
Again, the longer
What
you're
do
on
you mean by
this. But what do I mean by that?
Well, what do you mean by that?
Large creatures. I'll leave it at that.
Large.
I guess
Oh,
gargantuan
big
creatures. Rushing
What
across
the
the
heck?
ice. You make it to
Yeah.
good old Canada, eh? No. Geofem, the elves are the Canadians in this world, I guess, if we were to call it that.
Hey, you want to help me with this lumber right here?
Yeah,
Wouldn't they be like the
How's it going there, bud?
How's it
what's
going, eh?
the
Oh, I see you
northern-
lost your
like the-
ship. Here's
what
12.
the
Yeah.
water tribe people in Avatar modeled after, like
The Inuit.
Alaskans.
the Inuit, yes,
Inuits.
Inuits.
That is a more apt. The elves are more Inuit of this
I like
world.
that. That's cool.
Okay.
Much more tan, darker skin with a lot of furs. They're really
Dark
dope,
hair.
honestly.
I like that.
Pocahontas looking.
Yeah, very, very
Pocahontas
much
were
what we would
English.
think of
Native
the
American.
Native Americans, but of course Inuit. Heading across, here's the big thing.
Racially savvy.
There's a couple different paths you could take. Each of them provide safety and danger. The more main route to get to Volinar would be heading south along the continent, finding some of the main roads through elven settlements to take you to Volinar.
100%.
Definitely the longest way, but it is because it's that, like, that's the road.
It's the safest way.
There is, you could travel the coast. It's a bit more of a, shall we say, medium length of time, but coastal areas wouldn't have as much people, but coastal areas actually might not be as heavily populated by other creatures, right? Like, so that's definitely, like, it's safe, but not a lot of people, and it's about a medium time. The
Yeah, so you guys would
fastest
aim
way
crotch troll.
would be straight shot, or for like straight boing boing. Like yes, we're going both through woods, through towns,
just-
across. It's the fastest. It's a medium amount. You might run into some people, but that definitely is that like it is true wild. That's a lot of danger.
Do we have the supplies necessary to make it?
Supplies are easy for all. Again, you've got a really good crew, so supplies thankfully aren't going to be the issue. It's the big things are time, people, and for lack of a better, monsters, right? Encounters.
I'm going to.
Follow you.
Yeah, you make
We're
the
going to
decision, yeah.
take a good night's rest at that first.
Yes, for
place.
sure. Starting up here.
Make
what do you-
sure that everyone is good.
Let's run through.
We're gonna
Yeah.
straight shot.
the
Let's do it.
encounter. It's fastest way because again, but it's just across the land, and you have the food again. And people is more that like it's chances of seeing towns, get not like getting supplies, but getting information if you want to do so. So yes, it is that you land on the coast, and it's we're going straight down once we hit this inland, and straight in.
Put simply, we're going to abuse this new shard. We have the animals. Every day I'm
Rack
going to
of
grab.
animals.
So it's 8 hours for every animal.
Yes.
Well,
Every
the chart says you cast it as an action.
as an action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shard.
So it's concentration. I can hold an animal for 8 hours.
Got it.
Yeah, there is still that level of you have to concentrate on it.
I'm gonna grab a mix between a fox for 8 hours, then like a swallow or some bird.
I like it. Land,
And
sea,
Then another
land,
fox
air.
at night while we all sleep. to
a
watch.
guard. I like it. Simple enough.
And
Solid
then we
stuff.
just have sentient animals running around the forest.
Sentient animals helping you
China
around.
2.0.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna use the shit out of this
Did he say
shard, and we're gonna use
Awaken
the
lasts
the nature.
permanently, but your
No,
control
honestly,
will go
I
after
think
that
that's
space.
super smart.
Yeah, so Spike's
Here we
permanently
go.
awakened now.
It's the shortest path, but this is still you're trekking across half a continent.
Okay.
It's gonna take a bit of time.
Yeah, like a month.
We are looking at a solid month of travel.
Yeah.
What I'm going to roll is this is a D20 plus 15. At
Does
best, you could cut time, but at worst, you might be a month and a half of like we are really having to slog
D20
through
plus
a
15.
D20 plus
Hope to
15.
roll low.
so the animals are the. Hey, I'll roll. I'm just kidding.
You're right.
Do the animals help us in speed in any way?
A little bit, not enough to really affect the dice. It's
They're
not
just
enough to
helping us
drop it
keep
to like
us
a
safe.
D12 of
They're
them.
making us
It's
alive.
definitely like it will help with encounters is the big
Yeah.
thing.
Perfect.
I won't. We're not gonna sit here for the next 4 in real life sessions going, well now here's another snow
Yeah.
orc that pops up and ooh now it's a tree. Like you'll be able to avoid a lot of little things, but depending on what I roll here is how many encounters I'm about to prep
Nice.
of like stuff in the big way.
Let's do it. This is a box.
This is a box of doom.
Okay.
This is you want low actually.
we
It's one of the
want
first
low.
times. You would love a low roll. Hey,
That's
16.
Ah,
That's
pretty
31 days. That's a month. I mean,
that you rolled a 16?
yes, it
I
was
thought
a
it was a
6.
6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? That's
Shoot.
not bad actually.
Yeah,
That's been
That's a
month.
standard. That's a standard. Heading across in a
A
month's
month to walk
time,
across Canada.
every
It's actually
5 days would be an encounter check.
Yeah.
Did you say you're gonna talk to me?
During some
If
time.
if a conversation
I
is
might
to
make it a
happen
little
between us-
cinematic of it. Might happen right before an encounter that, like, as you travel. Here we go.
I love your finger pointer you got.
Here we go.
Let's see.
Encounter 1.
Oh
What'd you
Fine.
roll?
It's a motherfucking that one.
That's good though.
5 days in.
That's gotta be good.
No,
that's not
Hiccup.
it's bad.
no! Hiccup. What?
As you're
What?
traveling through,
Oh.
It's a dragon.
It's a dragon.
God fucking.
Hey,
Hey, I've killed the big dragon.
hey, yo, guys.
What is it?
Dragons.
far overhead, you see a circling of about 2 very large dragons. Probably Monster's Nightmare, but you're thinking like ice classification, because like their scales are definitely blending more camo into the sky. They're not bright red spots, right? So it's that like, okay, big enough to be Monstrous Nightmare, not too big though to be a size up classification. As
Today I need you to find us a way out of this.
Frick is grabbing. What are you grabbing?
What are you grabbing?
Oh, the initiative tracker.
Oh shoot. Yes, sir. That's awesome.
Okay. We're okay. We're built for combat.
you literally are.
Sit back. Monstrous Nightmare for sure, baby.
Should we hide or should we prep to fight?
What would you like to try?
Let's try to hide.
Alright. Got Sinbad up in here.
Yes!
We're gonna bury
I love
ourselves in
this.
snow.
I love that.
We've got 2.
Oh, that's so blue.
Santa.
Oh, that's even better!
Yeah. Sinbad, yours is, I don't want to say the plainest so far.
Your work's so
But
pretty.
it's just these fun little scrawl signature pickup. There are dragons overhead. Don't know if they've seen you yet, but you've seen them. Definitely feeling the Monstrous Nightmare vibe. Could be slight variations. What's the vibe?
Okay, let's hide.
Let's
Stealth
bury
check.
ourselves in snow.
Stealth check, let's hide. Hey,
Okay.
we've been using animals. What if we do it on a dragon?
Hey, they're
Well, maybe actually that might be worse.
You're waking up. Thank you.
So they have to have.
These dragons are beasts, technically.
Right.
These are beasts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're
Yeah,
not
I mean,
D&D
they're like-
dragons.
Yeah, D&D dragons are.
Yeah, they have to have an intelligence
We
of
can
3 or
try.
less.
I don't know.
An intelligence of 3 or less.
And that's the problem.
These are really big guys, and they are not fun to go against. They
So,
light themselves on
Do
fire.
we want to do a
There's
stealth
one
check?
in the snow with them.
It's nasty.
Let's make a group stealth. I have rolled the DC for the dragon's current perception because these are hunting dragons. They are hungry.
Please, dude.
What was it? What'd you roll?
The gray one.
What was it?
That's a 5.
Gosh, dude.
It's a total of a 9, baby.
9.
22.
22.
3.
3.
24.
Half and
I'm
half.
gone.
What's the crew?
The crew's about to decide.
It's the make or break.
It's the make or break.
Yeah.
It's Box of Doom.
It's
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
be. I'm
this
like,
is
you could avoid it. Here we go, crew.
Come on.
Fuck. Come on.
Gosh, dang it.
You roll good for the
That's a
tie.
4. That is a 4.
We're dead.
That's fine.
Nah, we. Hey, stroll with more things to sell at that one.
Yep.
Okay, they see us. All right, everyone get ready.
Everyone roll initiative.
Ugh.
Maybe. Nope. Okay, now they're coming.
Yeah, maybe. No.
Nat
Yes.
20.
No.
Are you
Hey!
serious?
Are you serious?
Fucker.
On initiative? Look what I got.
Sinbad, you're acting first.
I
Pick
got a
up
17.
24.
Rolled a
24.
6. I'm on bottom.
So, yeah, tooth with the
Oh, is the
24.
first on the bottom? Okay.
Yeah. Well, and what I also do is
Alright,
then
then
I
you
like
put some in.
I
And
can
you
put
put
them
ads
on
and stuff.
top, so that way
Nice.
you know the closer you are to the bottom. It's like, oh, I'm watching
Oh,
the turns
you're like,
order.
oh!
So it's like, so
Yeah.
Sinbad, you start us off,
That's awesome.
so you know who's on deck.
Like that.
It's really fun.
Okay.
Sinbad, the dragons close fast. Again, they are streaking out of the sky. They're about 30 feet above the tree line, so about
Get close to
maybe
them. Wait, don't get close to them.
as indeed Monstrous Nightmare's horns are gray and blue, frosted over icicle
Sick.
They
ice.
set themselves on fire or
I'm
do
going-
they set themselves in
I'm
ice?
gonna look at the crew and I'm gonna
That's a
tell
good
them
question. Could be both.
spread out and make a lot of noise.
Got it. You see, yes, you command the crew on your turn. I will say all of them spread out. They're gonna make a performance check. Hey, you love to see it. That's a 17. So, boom, 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 boom. A lot of noise coming around as these dragons immediately are freaking out over the noise factor.
So I'm going to run 40 feet straight at them and essentially go under them.
Yes.
Just so that-
Smart.
And kind of like in an angle where I can't get coned in with everyone else.
Gotcha. That is solid stuff. In which case, Sinbad running up and under, that will bring us to our friend Tooth.
Tooth. Let's
Oh,
go.
and then I'm gonna hold my action to attack them.
I know.
They're in range.
Oh yes, sorry, I assumed that, but I should have confirmed. It's like once they get close enough,
Well,
then.
can I bonus action hide?
Oh yes, you can.
Yes.
Do I want to hide?
It would start giving you advantage to hit them when they
Yeah.
jump.
Do it. Just play safe.
Tooth
Nope.
being
Brother.
what was it?
I rolled a 5.
Gosh.
I have more dice in my box. You're
No,
welcome.
I have
that's
some
really
more
good
dice if
at
you wanna grab
dexterity
some.
probably,
It
so
clearly
it's not a
doesn't
good
help.
idea.
Yeah, I can
I
give
mean,
you
do you
like
want
2 of my dice.
to take a look?
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, sure.
Let's see what we got
just
here.
grab one. Just
We've
grab
got bone dice. We've got
Ooh.
metal dice.
Something that looks like Sinbad.
You know,
No.
let's see here.
Let's see. I'm gonna need a pee real quick.
Yeah,
Alright.
go for it. I'm gonna give you some beautiful red and yellow
You're gonna
Sinbad
deal with me and
die.
my
Try that.
shenanigans.
Try that. We'll
Let's
see if
check
that
it.
helps.
Let's check it.
I think it's a fun dice. I like using it.
7.
7. Okay.
You're gonna deal with me and my shenanigans. I'm gonna fairy fire
That's
myself.
way above my average.
Okay.
I'm
Fair.
gonna try to make myself look friendly to them by also being on fire.
Fairy fire to yourself. I like it. Okay.
I'm trying to show them that we're friends. We're friends.
The dragons see you. These two monstrous
I'm scaled.
nightmares.
I got wings. I'm on fire.
Look at you. As you are a bridal target, and they have advantage to hit you if they so choose.
Yeah. That was a
Tooth?
bad idea.
That will be
I tried.
Santa Claus's turn.
I tried.
Ah! I'm gonna click the chain out with Dan's Morningstar and have my compasses
Wait.
together.
Can I bonus action disengage?
You're not
Or
engaged.
dodge.
Dodge.
Bonus action dodge. Because I was like, yeah, they're not here yet. Bonus action dodge, so it's a flat roll. I like it.
And I'm gonna just sort of run, kind of like how Sinbad's doing, so I'm away from everyone else, so we don't get coned by any
Did
cones.
Hiccup go?
But
But also in their eyesight. So like it's like ha!
Smart.
To be today.
I
And
told you
rage.
before, so
And then
I
hold
said,
my
I
action
need
to
you to get us
attack
out of
with
this.
So, wild magic. Hiccup.
Yeah.
It is your turn. Fun fact, I rolled a nat 2 for the dragons,
Oh shoot.
so you do get to act before them. Love to see it. Hiccup, what's the play? Sinbad's run under, holding an action to stab. Tooth is fairy fire to try to look friendly, of like, see, I'm coating myself on fire, but also dodge so that they don't have advantage just in case. Santa has done the same thing as Sinbad, but
Yeah.
spread out in different
As-
way of like,
As I do start to rage a
Oh,
little
yes,
bit,
wild
focus in, you notice that sort of growing, sort of like just coming out from under the sleeves of his rolled up shirt and wrapping around both of his arms is thorned mistletoe.
oh
As
yeah.
whenever, until my rage ends, whenever a creature hits me with an attack roll before my rage ends, that creature's taking a d6 force damage.
6 or 4 is solid. So sorry, yeah, it's I have another fan I'm gonna get here next week as well up in here to
Oh.
just like make a
Just a
full
nice vortex.
yeah, right? Just
Okay.
feel the wind. Hiccup,
Okay.
it's your move. What would you like to do? Sinbad, you're on deck after the dragons. 2 held action.
Alright, we're out in the open. We can't fight. There's 2 of them. There's not many of us. Oh shit. Okay.
We do have the entire group.
Yeah, the crew is making a bunch of noise to start hopefully giving them disadvantage on their attacks.
What do I do? Frick. Okay. I'm going to.
What do we have in our supplies? We have the dragon wings.
You got the dragon wings, you've got food, you got a bunch of gold, you got a bunch of individual magic items for your crew. You do have some base stuff for a ship. That way, if you do buy a ship, you're not having to like completely re-buy everything. Jin and Lee, you know,
And the
using boots of
indestructible
speed, kind
anchor.
of rushed in and out real quick. Like, hey, let's make sure to grab like the big stuff you need for a ship. I mean, indestructible anchor for one, but like, you know, little things like that.
I was about to ask
This
you
is
that.
This is probably something stupid. I'm gonna run out into a clearing where they are, and just take out my shield and sword and light it on fire, and
Whip it around.
just kind of start banging on my shield and be like, right here, come on, tooth. It's just right here on a what's this? I'm a sword. No, it's a
Roast,
Rapier.
spit.
no. When you buy a
S'more.
bunch of meat.
Kebab.
I'm a
Kebab.
kebab right here, right for you.
We went through like 4 different food. I was
And I
like,
just start
roast
running
steak,
the
kebab.
other
yeah.
way and waving the sword around.
Everyone's
As the
Zippleback
dragons
trailing behind.
close in, you see that their eyes are pitch black.
ah.
I turn around once I see that. These aren't regular dragons. These are controlled by bitch.
I
as
run back.
the dragons will land over you. You both have health attacks for Sinbad and North to attack both each individually as
Do I
the
get
dragons
any-
land.
Does that count as my action probably, or what do you think?
I think it was the action because
Okay.
it was trying to draw their attention, which was very smart. It still might do stuff to some of what
Okay.
they can do.
13.
Bonus action, I'm gonna ensnaring strike one of them.
A 13 will not hit, unfortunately, the
Do I have
armor
advantage or
class.
no?
You would have advantage from your crew.
I will be recklessing to have advantage.
16.
16 will hit.
Once I know that, I'm gonna use a bonus action on my turn.
Okay, nat 13 for 22.
Nat 13 for a 22, both will hit. I like it.
Weak attack, 14 damage.
14 points of damage to your Sinbad.
10 piercing damage from Dan's Morningstar. Oh, acid damage. Sorry, 10 acid damage from Dan's Morningstar.
Excellent. Unfortunately, they are not immune to acid. All that damage goes off Sinbad as well. Thankfully, they don't have any crazy buffs right now.
12 acid damage.
12 acid damage. Yes, yes, yes. So, Sinbad's yours is looking a little more hurt than North's, but you both jump out of the trees in snow, slashing through. The dragons are looking a little hurt.
Cool.
As they land, Pitch will materialize on top of one of the dragons near North.
Hello?
Ah! We found you! I'm gonna need that sword shard.
Not
Nope.
gonna happen, Pitch.
Nope. I didn't give it to a messenger of God. Why would I give it to you?
Because I'm not afraid to hurt you.
Exactly why you should have given it to him.
I don't know. That Gabriel was looking kind of mean.
Actually, yeah, that's fair. That's pretty fair. Pitch is materializing, can't really do much this turn as his messenger here.
Sinbad
So
says
he
that
has a
out
link.
loud, so Pitch hears it.
Yeah. That's Hiccup. Yes, you said you had a bonus action.
I was just a bonus action. It won't come into play until my next turn. It's just
Oh,
ensnaring
yes,
strike
yes,
because
yes.
it has to be my next attack. So
I like it.
it's activating.
Pitch will appear as the dragons appear and land. The dragons will take attacks then specifically on Sinbad and North. They've got advantage for you.
On who?
On me, because
These two, because you guys were the ones right up next to the dragons.
Yeah. The Pitch is on the one next to me.
Yes. Here we go. The dragons are going to take first their bonus action to engulf their entire bodies
Interesting.
in ice.
Huh.
As these are a bit of a regional variant,
Yeah,
Monsters Nightmare,
I like it.
as frost, nitric breath seems to grow crystals and ice, almost like armor of spikes appearing all over the scales. That's going to help then.
No, I'll just wait till
Yep, and the dragon must succeed. Gotcha. As that happens, next they, for their action, unfortunately they don't have multi-attack, but are going to take ice stream attacks on Sinbad and North. Unfortunately, no one else is in the lines because, again, your crew did a smart move out. So here we go. I need you both to make me dexterity saving throws.
Is this an effect I can see?
Yes, it is.
everyone.
Just these two, because again, you guys did a smart job of like,
Spread
let's
out.
not get AOE right off the bat.
25 half.
Hell yeah.
16.
16 will succeed as well.
Guys.
This is going to be, holy fuck. Well, 1/2 to 1 point of cold damage for both of you.
As the cold damage hits me, would you believe there's no effect as magic is working? As I am now immune to cold damage.
So the 1 point is nothing. Is that what you want to hear, Sam? You happy?
Are you happy?
The snowflake that dimples on your nose, you kind of and just kind of brush it off.
Feels like home.
Well,
Chili.
that sucked. Yeah.
Try it again.
Yeah. That was their big thing.
You should just do that from now on.
Yeah, you're right. No, it's a recharge. Well, but point shot recharge, so even if it recharges, they can't do it forever. That will bring us back to Sinbad, top of the order.
Let's do it. I have advantage.
You have advantage.
So, attack, action surge attack, bonus action attack.
Yeah, I mean, 3 attacks.
Is it advantage on just the first one or all?
Yes. Advantage on all, because your crew's offering. Again, sneak attack. You've got allies nearby now.
dude.
Your crew will help close in to help attack as well. It's an all or nothing fight.
Oh, okay, first one misses.
Okay.
So cocked!
Yeah.
Give me this one. Not 20 on the second.
Let's freaking
As
go.
you hit, you will take
That's fine.
11 points of cold damage from their engulfed armor.
This kind of.
It's basically.
Is that all of it?
Depends on if you hit again.
Okay.
Yeah, these things. It's a
Isn't it?
I hit, yeah.
hit. So that will be another. Okay, that's not as much. 6 points. So 17
Nope,
cold
it's
damage.
free.
As you
can do it
hit,
not on
the
your turn.
ice erupts across your blade, already reaching your hand. It is worth it though. That was a hit and a crit. That's
Do you guys crit? Do you roll them?
So it's the
So
we get
10
to pick
damage
double
from the
dice or
second.
double what you roll.
10 damage from the
It's not my
second.
rules.
So how are we
It's classic.
doing crits?
I allow, because I like whatever people like. You could roll and just double it, or you could double the dice
Double
as
the
well.
dice,
Like, I think it's whatever people want. I'm also going to roll a lingering wound you can deal to the dragon as you slash at it.
Oh.
Lose a limb. Lose a wing because it's slashing.
That might be a big shit. Also, keep in mind, you did already do the crit. You have stamina points if you want to called shot things, like cut off a limb, wing, eye, which, if you hit, it will max damage because you're like, I need to take out an eye, a wing, a limb.
Okay.
Stuff like that. You have
So
stamina
what-
points equal to your martial levels.
What can I do with stamina points to just deal the most damage possible?
Called shot.
It's a called shot. So it's by saying, like, I'm going to go for the eye. You stamina point it, you roll. If you hit, you don't even roll, you just take whatever that max would be.
So
Can
if
I
you
call
crit-
shot for the eye?
I will allow, because I forgot to reestablish, that yes, you could.
Oh,
so
okay.
you're doing an
I
eye,
see.
you're
So I have
nat
to
20,
do it
so
before the attack.
exactly.
No,
I'm gonna allow it this time because like I think it's cool, and I forgot to show the stamina point. So it's a nat 20 stamina. So how much damage? I mean, sneak
It's
attack already.
2d6 plus 4.
2d6 plus 4. Yikes! That's
And then double because
Yeah.
there's crit.
so a max of 16 double, 32 damage that will just happen as you gouge out the eye, and this creature looks bloodied.
Alright.
Again, that solid. The offhand attack
the
was just,
first attack.
yes, did it the first attack. That's why I said it was
Oh.
bloodied as well. You have bloodied creature, and I'm just about to roll for the I got a 3 for lingering wound. Right.
Flurry of blades.
As Sinbad jumps up, stabs up and into this creature, I would laugh if it lost an eye, because that would mean it's blind. Here we go.
Oh!
Slashing damage. There we are. On a 3. No fucking way.
It's blind.
It's not blind. That would have to be a
Lost a
1.
limb.
Groin injury. You slash at this thing's nards.
Dude.
Its speed is halved. It cannot take the dash action and is now sterile.
I would
Cut off
have
its
critted
balls.
blind. I'm just kidding.
As these 2 little ice
You can
snowballs
run.
just go onto the ground.
Oh, buddy, you better just walk away.
The dragon roars in pain, you can tell, but unfortunately the eyes are what's keeping it here. Normal dragons might leave after that, but this dragon's being controlled. Sinbad, solid turn though. Tooth, that is you at the top.
So,
Fight,
Vampire
rat,
comes
you see
first
rat,
and I
put
can
it
drop
in
it at
his
any
bag.
time, so.
Yeah. So yeah, I was gonna say it would have been smart if these were normal dragons. I did roll a nat 1 kind of encounter, so I'm like, this is story specific.
So, then
Well, story specific
we are
against your
going to
favor, I
insightful
should say.
fighting on the one without the balls.
The one without the balls. Insightful fighting. He's gonna make a deception check. Would you know? Don't even roll.
Wonderful. I'm going to take my magical dagger and I'm going to do a called shot on the wing.
Call shot in the wing. Roll for it. You have advantage. So if you hit, it's your weapon damage plus sneak attack, and again, max that it can be.
And I'm using my magical dagger now.
Mhm.
Let's look at it. Oh, that's a 19 plus 7, didn't it?
25 will hit. How much damage would you have rolled?
A d4 plus 5,
Plus your sneak
Sneak attack, because you got advantage.
which is 2d6.
So
So
12.
4, 5, so 9 plus 12, 21 points of damage.
What's Spike up to?
Spike is sitting there, and you see, because would you have done Awaken for him today?
Oh,
It's permanent.
it's
Oh, it's permanent, right?
Yeah.
The
Fuck.
control lasts for 8 hours.
Yeah, I remember this now.
He's now just a sentient dude.
Spike is sitting here, just like, Master, should I bite the balls? I do like biting balls.
Bite where the balls used to be.
Ah! As he looks from the ground,
I point where? Right there! Point! Find it right there!
As he just Spike is gonna bite the balls. Oh, you'll have to see it. That was a 19 plus 4. Yeah, Spike hits.
He's just getting carried away. Like,
On a 21, yes, this creature's speed is definitely lowered because of that.
Yeah.
Well, it's already got
He goes
half movement.
1d6 plus 1. 2 damage.
2 damage. Indy, the one you just took. Wait, you went for the one without the balls.
Yeah, he is like.
I see. The one, it can barely fly
Now
now.
it has an intelligence. He just is a blink dog.
They fly now.
He's a blink dog.
They fly now.
As
No, because
you slash the wing tooth, the dragon without the balls is so horrifyingly bloodied right now.
The castrated.
Tooth, excellent stuff. Santa, that's you.
Come on, Santa. F him
Is
up.
Pitch holding anything?
Pitch is not holding anything. He's just
so he didn't
here.
bring his toys.
No, why would he bring his
Cool.
toys for
I'm
you
gonna
to
make a
steal?
called shot for his face with Dan's Morningstar.
Fuck me, yeah. Alright.
And I'm gonna reckless.
So good. Dan's Morningstar's.
So I'm gonna roll the other dice in the
Second
next
set.
So on the
Just add a
reckless,
1 in
that is
front of
going
his
to
hit
be an
points.
18 to hit.
Genitalia have been a
18.
very prominent theme in this episode.
Actually, hold on.
Actually not.
I have to check. He might be able to do something with that. On an 18, he is going to parry.
Oh, Pitch.
Yep. Pitch will parry, so it will not hit as his hand suddenly darkness and sand erupt and just becomes a blade to and
Take his
catch the
head!
morning star.
Cool. I'm gonna bonus action offhand called shot with Dan's Morningstar into his
Yep.
face.
And just like swing around, boom, boom, and just go from the underside. He's got a higher AC now, so.
I mean, you can wield it, he can wield it, and I can
I
wield it.
can't. Only you two.
That is
I'm not the lineage of Dan.
I thought
He's
you were.
38 to hit on a 19.
Are you freaking kidding me? Is it a +1?
Oh, sorry, 28. 28.
Sorry.
I'm sorry.
I'm like 38.
28. 28.
Like, it is a legendary
19
item.
plus
I was-
9
I was-
is
I can't do anything with that
Yeah.
shit.
28. I'm
What
so
do you want me
sorry.
to do? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to say? He
I'm
hits.
so sorry. 28.
Yes, a 28 will hit even with his improved parry armor
Call
class.
shot, max damage. I'm down 2 stamina points, but
Yes.
that'll be 17 acid damage from Dan's Morningstar to Pitch's face.
Pitch looks horribly hurt already. As you boom, boom.
How much damage?
That's for the
17.
Sandman.
Ugh.
Been waiting for that one.
Fair enough. North, I've been waiting for this as well, haven't I?
And I'm gonna just jump up onto the dragon.
You jump up on Dragon with him. Dragon will late because Pitch wants you up here.
Yeah.
So
Little
you
bitch.
jump up,
Dragon says, I.
hiccup.
Your turn. Take out this dragon.
One dragon's horribly bloodied. One is just hurt. And Santa is engaged Pitch on top of the dragons.
Killing the dragons and keeping Pitch
I can tank him with it.
It's smart.
He's gonna run. I'm gonna run towards
Very
one of the
easy to
dragons
fire.
and light on the fire. And as you get close to it, I hesitate and then I cast Fairy Fire, where it catches Pitch and the other 2 dragons. If it-
Smart as hell. No, it
It's a
totally
20
can. Because again, the dragons have
22.
landed. They've yet to
Yeah.
like start spreading
Yeah.
out. Like this was their last move. Just kind of put them on the ground.
Now it's there.
They're gonna make deck saves.
saves.
Here we
got
go.
the benefit of fighting dragons before.
Start
and
with
a bit of time to
Pitch.
spread out.
Yeah, Pitch is hardcore gonna succeed on a 19.
Half of us dropped.
The dragons are going to
It's like we
roll.
learned.
They've got.
I love it.
It's like we know things now.
No, because like normally we just know that.
Shoot.
in D&D.
One of them got a 17.
Passes.
The other one got an 11. So
Fails.
fails. So I will say the one that, because the one Pitch is on has no balls, is really hurt. That's the one to succeed.
the one that
So it's the more fresh one that has Fairy Fire. So that one's got advantage.
on
Wait, I thought I was with Santa. and
Oh,
Pitch.
excuse me. You're right. So the one that is horribly hurt has advantage, unfortunately.
That's okay.
The one that Pitch is on is still pretty good.
Okay.
Um,
So pitch safe though, I assume.
yeah,
Yeah.
hardcore. One of his better things is his strength, or his dex, I mean. So Hiccup, that's still a solid action. Any of the bonus actions or movement you want to do real quick. So that will bring the dragons and Pitch now.
Just bonus action, kind of like get into an advantageous position and walk around.
solid, right? As again, the crew is helping out, giving you guys like advantages, trying to give the dragons disadvantage. A lot of stuff right now with that noise until they get more commands. The dragons will take their turn. One of them is gonna go for Sinbad for sure. It's not happy with you. Here's what he can do. Oh wait, fuck. That's what I was supposed to do. Well, live and let learn. Oh, excuse me.
We're gonna take him out.
You hit
At least this one.
Tooth. I'm so sorry. This is something I have to do. You take 7 points of cold damage when you hit the dragon.
Oh.
Yep.
Ouch.
They've got that ability up. That is something that no matter when it happens, melee attacks on them will start dealing cold. It sucks.
Yeah.
So, one of the dragons is going after Sinbad, one's going after Tooth. Therefore, yeah, we're going to start with Sinbad. It is going to first roll to see if it recharges its shots. It does for sure on a 6. So, he is going to do... actually, he's going to wait that instead. He is going to try to grapple you. Make me a
Wait, you said
DC...
you're making a hit against me too?
But we'll get to that in a second. I'm starting with Sinbad, I think. DC 13 Dex save. It's not bad. It's just because there's damage either way because he's rolling to hit, which, yikes, that's a synthetic 18. But yes, you can avoid being grappled though due to this creature.
Oh, yeah, we're good.
Okay, so you're
Okay.
not
All
grappled.
the battle rolls from the beginning.
You will
We're gonna
take,
start rolling.
I don't know, man.
Slashing damage. That's 6 points of slashing damage. It's not terrible.
I'm feeling it, boys.
You're starting to feel it, but you're still up
well
as
below half.
not grappled. Tooth, this one is going to try to grapple you. You unfortunately do have disadvantage because one of its traits as large size imposes disadvantage on creatures that are 2 sizes smaller than it.
I have disadvantage?
Disadvantage. It's
You
trying
have
to grapple
disadvantage on a dexterity saving throw. That's a synthetic 16, which I believe hits your armor class.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. So roll a dex save disadvantage to not be grappled by a creature.
Does my crew go on like just at the end of my turn?
You can do it anytime on your turn. You can even say before your turn, like, "Hey guys, can you help me out?"
I'm gonna sentinel attack this dragon.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
I rolled a 14 and a 17.
Alrighty. Sentinel to stop it.
No, I just attack it because it attacks someone else.
Oh,
So
yes,
within 5 feet of me,
I see
it
what you're
attacks
saying.
Another
Yep.
creature. So I'll
Okay.
use my reaction as I'm just staring down Pitch. I'll take a break, smack the dragon on the head, and say, "Sit down."
Tooth, that is
Sit.
6 points of slashing damage to yourself as
Do
well.
the Thor thing where you put the indestructible hammer
Put the hammer down!
That is a
You
19
want me to
hit the
put the
dragon.
hammer down?
19 will hit the dragon's armor class.
Sorry, I'm
Thank you, drop my dice.
Just hits, drops. Supposed to be massage, my bad.
Woo!
Nice.
Boy, that is going to be 17 acid damage from Dan's Morningstar to its face.
The dragon looks really hurt as acid starts corroding through
And
the
just
ice around it.
Sit. And I turn back to Pitch.
It can't move now, dang it. That sucks. That is the dragon's turn. It is now Pitch's turn. Here's what he's going to do. That is... I need to check something for all of you.
Huh?
I don't know who Henry is, but Henry's in our campaign.
I know, I've been noticing that. I'm
Like-
like,
Henry.
he's made so
Um,
many rolls.
Crap glass.
Quack.
Crap.
Nothing. That's grody. North, Pitch stares you. You don't break eye contact with him. As all of you see, Pitch simply, for his turn, is going to open his hands and wait for an attack from you.
Oh.
Don't
He's holding.
attack
He's
him.
holding.
Got it.
He's waiting for something.
Oh, this is bad.
It's
Don't
definitely waiting.
attack him, babe.
Sinbad.
Alright. I'm going to... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a stab at him, run away, use my bonus action to heal, and then have me and my crew just continuously shoot at this dragon.
And then, yeah, and then go from distraction to and take it down. Yep. So, stab.
Hits.
Hits. Solid stuff.
Deals how much damage to me?
When you strike it, and Santa, nothing to you because you're immune to cold. It's only 4 points of cold damage. I rolled really low that time.
It takes 13.
Oh, yikes. On 13,
I'm at 9. Oh.
it's looking horrifyingly bloodied. So close.
I'm going to move 40 feet towards my crew, so kind of
Yep.
away from pitch too.
We'll try a quick swipe opportunity.
Roll.
Hell yeah! You love to see it.
Tai Lung has
Me
it too.
too. I also.
Oh, right. There's like half of this party that just
Oh,
can't
Tai
get
Lung
without-
has it, not North.
So
I was
many
debating
opportunity
it with
attacks are
North,
gonna
but then I
die
just-
and
I'm
leave
going
it.
to bonus action, second wind. I heal for 10.
That's solid.
I run to my crew. At the end of my turn, I'm gonna have Spike bite it again.
She's but the balls.
Yes.
The balls. That's another 18 plus is
Jeez.
So he'll
Okay.
deal
He deals 4 damage,
solid stuff.
and then I'm gonna call for the crew to start shooting at it, but after it starts moving.
Everyone is holding an action the second this dragon moves.
What do you mean scratch?
All
I
the
want them to
bows.
all or maybe if one guy keeps making noise so that the rest of them have advantage or something.
We'll say Luca definitely making noise, but again, Jin Lee, Marina, Kale, Rat, everyone else has got a bow and arrow, just quick short range stuff to just pepper this thing. Because again, short range attacks won't provoke that ice stuff going
Yeah, I
on.
gotta get
Smart,
that.
it's smart. Tooth, that is you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna flank. Pitch.
You go around the other side of pitch, okay?
I'm gonna flank pitch.
I thought you were gonna say Dragon of Light.
To attack him when he attacks him.
Domino effect. Second pitch attacks Santa, you attack pitch. I like
Yes.
Is that you're
That's
holding
fine.
it?
it. It's a very Mexican standoff right now of
Guardians and pitch. I love it.
There we go. I like it, Tooth. That's solid.
It's a good turn.
Santa.
Free? Do we still get a free check on each of our turns?
Yes, you
May
may.
I insight to see if he's going to if I can get a rough idea of what he's going to do when, or what I think he's going to do when I hit him.
I like it.
That is, it's still rolling. Okay, it's a 5.
A 5.
And like 20, 19,
It's definitely that like
75,
very.
80.
It's a fighting style of
Yeah.
like you're waiting the attack because Pitch can summon these weapons out of himself. So it's kind of that you almost wonder if like, depending on what you're about to try, it's what I'm going to
My worries
counter
is gonna
with.
pull a shard on me.
Maybe. So it's that like again, what do I need to get ready for
Because a shard
before I
can
get hit?
I'm going to bonus action offhand onto the dragon and then hold my action to attack Pitch when he makes
I
an
love
attack.
that. So like just lean down, stab the dragon, and then lean back up, stab Pitch.
Ooh, that is a 24 to hit the dragon.
That will hit. This dragon's not
Do you still haven't
happy.
hit pitch yet?
Nope, not once. Well, I hit him. I punched him in the face.
Punch him first, yeah, and it did a lot. That was
16 acid damage from Dan's Morningstar into the
Bro.
dragon,
grody.
and I'm immune to the washback.
Still alive?
Yeah. This dragon that they're on is actually just now starting to look horribly hurt. Not yet bloody.
Oh,
It's
this
the
is
other
the
dragon.
other one.
Okay, and then holding my action to smack Pitch if he does anything.
If he does anything.
Any action, any reaction,
Which
anything.
means if he does
Pitch
anything,
is standing in front of you the second he does something
Yeah,
in front of
we're
you.
The second he takes an action or bonus action, mechanical. Like I don't want to do it if he blinks, but
Like, get over it!
Yo, that's
Literally,
smart.
August
don't
honestly
breathe.
pointed
Any
Santa, I
shenanigan
pointed
he
you.
pulls, I'm smacked.
Don't think about elephants!
3. Fuck! So I'm like kicking him all down. So it is a full Mexican standoff. These 3 guardians standing there each
Man,
waiting.
you look like a stand user.
The first one.
Yeah, that's right.
That will make.
That's right. Now you turn back.
Sam is the only one old enough to remember.
Hiccup.
Even Sam.
That's you. Again, Sinbad, the crew is getting ready to. The one that's basically on death's door, they're getting ready to like finish off before it attacks.
The dragon still hates me.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
This dragon. Oh yeah. You took his balls, man. Where are my testicles, Summer?
Where are my testicles?
Where are my testicles?
So,
Like Scoob.
What am I feeling?
Like
right now?
what are you feeling right now?
Yeah.
Hiccup.
My testicles.
You want to make me a perception check? I'll allow it.
How you feeling?
Perception 16.
Went away from something big. But I'll give you something else, though. Everything around you feels very like, this isn't it, right? Like, there's got to be something what's going on.
Inspiration?
I don't think anyone's got inspiration right now.
Oh no, Heather had inspiration.
Heather,
I
I do
just
not
had
deserve
inspiration.
inspiration.
no one has inspiration yet.
That's okay.
It's okay. On a 16, though, the dragons are being controlled by pitch. I mean, like any beast, you damage it enough, it will flee. The only thing keeping it here is pitch right now. So there is that level of, if pitch is even gone, these things might, especially the one that just got castrated, would leave. Like, there is that level of, like, they're not.
They'll wake up confused, like from the drunk hangover, and be like, "Oh, where
I need.
Where are my balls?
Hey, Bo, we're only going out for one drink. One drink later.
I know it definitely what I'm feeling.
I want
I
its
don't know.
body.
Hiccup's been very like contemplative the past month, or I guess it's only been a couple days. So
Couple days, you're starting into this
Uh,
month journey.
Past couple weeks, it's been very contemplative and thinking. You know, who is he? You know, a lot of what Sinbad's words. He's very much thinking, and I don't know, like seeing everyone, all the violence right now. You just need to put it somewhere. And he just sees pitch being the origin of all this.
Holding his attacks, this slow circling.
He's pissed. And he's gonna try to loop around and flank pitch
Run up,
and attack.
go for it. You
Trigger
have
the
advantage.
domino.
And
Trigger like-
triggering the domino.
As all of you start punching.
Do I get
Here we go.
advantage?
We're starting with Hiccup. You have advantage because, again, you've got people flanked.
Triple
Pitch
flank.
is about to be triple flanked.
You see Hiccup and said, "Let us go!" Fire, flame, zippleback sword coming back. That's
Are you called Trotting?
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
It's stamina points to use stuff.
Kind of a half
But
caster.
half caster
Uh,
is,
so
you wouldn't get a
I'm-
ton.
I'm just gonna not.
Just
do
try,
that.
yeah, start the dominoes.
Okay. 2 10s, wow. That's a 16. 19 to hit. With my no. With my sword 16, yeah.
A 16 to hit. Your sword
That's a miss.
passes through air. As Pitch doesn't blink, doesn't move, as you cut through him and slice through the illusion.
Uh-oh. What do I hit?
Nothing.
Oh.
Pitch hasn't been
Mirror
here for a
image.
full turn. He just
Whatever it is.
put an image of himself here.
Oh,
That's what the perception. Where the frick is he?
Where is he? But a 16 won't get it.
I bonus action shoot with bonus action crossbow expert. I'm gonna just try to shoot
Whip
wherever he
So
could
it is
be.
disadvantage because
okay.
it's not like he
That's
is.
okay.
He did a stealth bait of like
That's okay.
he throws up an image and hides.
He's behind North.
You're really leaving on our first date?
that's
wow.
2 13s.
That's two double
2 13s
Natural 13s.
for a total of
22.
22.
Yeah, I have a +9 because I have a
13
repeating
plus-
shot with my.
Oh, it's a
29.
crossbow expert.
And I have a repeating shot, so it makes it a +1 weapon.
You on the 13s. It's clever
13s.
because he can't parry to dodge this.
Yeah.
Whip. Your first thought, he's behind. Why would he attack us? No one here has the sharp whip right behind Sinbad.
Sinbad!
Boom! As Sinbad running through, he was coming up behind you with a big old knife. You
You don't
whip
like that
around
triggers?
and attack him.
We're all
You guys are all in melee. He very carefully was like, here's the thing holding on. I did roll. He rolled a pretty good stealth, actually. This dude is good at stealth.
Oh
Even
no!
if he wasn't.
Even if it was, it's not like, whoo. So, Hiccup, how much damage are you doing to him?
I'm a favor foe this as well.
So, oh, yeah. Wait.
That means
Oh,
you
no.
can't run away. Can't
Yeah.
hide From Hiccup for the next hour or something.
11.
11 points. Is this magical damage?
Yes,
From
it
the
is.
repeating
Yes.
crossbow.
Yep, it's now it is.
Thank goodness. Otherwise, he has some gross immunities and resistances. Sinbad, you turn. He was
behind
about
you.
to have a full just stab you in the back moment. As you watch the crossbow just start dissolving, decay. It's kind of.
Hey, bud.
It's his turn. Very careful, because he was just about to assassinate you, my guy. Just come up.
Yeah, now he does have assassinate.
Yeah.
Instead, he is going to grab the sword shard.
No, he's not.
We are going to
In my
do
pocket.
an opposed sleight of hand.
Yes.
Yes.
I will allow you to roll
Yes.
first.
Yes. Yes.
Do I have advantage because I see him coming?
Yes.
Unfortunately, no advantages
Yes.
now. It's you
Yes.
don't lose because he could have done. You would
Box
have
of
had
Doom this. It
disadvantage.
is Box
It's
of
definitely
Doom.
box of doom.
Yeah.
Because this is a sword shard.
Swipe
Swipe it.
the thing, the stamina.
Stamina points won't help right now because that's for
Not
like
an
melee
attack.
attacks. This
Yeah.
is a. Here we
Just
go.
trying
Don't
to-
think about anything. You got this.
Here we go.
If I get a nat 20, this dice is mine.
Oh!
I don't think he can
26.
even beat it. Can he even beat it?
He actually could. He's grody.
Okay, what's 26 though? That's a plus
26. I need to roll. Yikes, that's grody. Yep.
Box of Doom, this.
So
Yeah, this is big.
he needs to roll a 14 or higher to
Oh.
hit a 26.
That's good.
Okay.
He's got some
So
solid
he
stuff.
has to. Does he have to? Do I have to
The
meet
days I
him,
wish I
or
was
does he
an
have to meet
engineer.
him?
It's basically whoever gets the higher one is who will end up with
No,
the
that's
sword
me.
shard.
And if they meet each other, they
If it's a meet, it's actually a roll off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's that because it's not like a grapple. It's not like a person. It's an object.
Little Mac neutral be me right now.
Boom! I feel good.
Okay.
Show us.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh, hey! What's the point of Box of Doom if we don't see it?
We're gonna see it.
Sinbad whips around you. It's almost that fake out fight of like, go for that, duck under, and it's like he's a shadow. You're whipping around each other. After a moment, you both stop. You pat your pocket.
No.
Hitch pats his.
Oh.
Reaching out. Hitch pulls out his on a 17 on the die
Are you
roll
serious?
for a 29.
Are you freaking kidding
God
me?
damn it!
Slips out the shard.
Gabriel.
He's going to teleport away.
Was that his action to like steal it?
That was his fast hands, as he has some. He's a bit roguish, if you couldn't guess. As
This is
he
why we never
leaves.
dated.
I'm sad, bro. I'm sad.
I
was
see
wild.
it, Gabriel.
That was, and it was all off of a nat one because the second he goes, the dragon's eyes blink normal.
Can I steal the balls that are on the ground and so we can sell them? Because that's probably worth a lot of money.
Actually, yeah.
What are the dragons doing? Are they just gonna run?
Both of them are about to disengage fly, but because it's that like, whoa, like
Do we want to eat the dragon?
you could take down the one that's very hurt with the lost balls because that could give food and
And money.
minor shelter.
We need money.
Fire!
Goddamn Morningstar. We put it.
As
Right before the as they shoot, I say, wait! And then that happens.
one of the dragons, the injured but not wingless ball, takes off as this icy monstrous nightmare roars, falls dead.
The one that Pitch was riding was fine.
The one the pitch was riding is fine, but it's out free. As all of you stand there breathing heavily, Pitch gains that shard.
Shit, dude.
I will let you know, Pitch will do a lot for the shards. I have pulled out more sneaky bullshit as a DM for getting the shards than ever. I baited a player who didn't have a magic weapon. She attacked at one point, knew it was immune. She nat 20'd on Pitch. She's like, yes. I'm like, how do you want to do this? And everyone cheered. And then afterwards, basically, Pitch stands up with it, and they're like, wait, how? I'm like, because you're not attacking with a magic weapon. So basically, we come out of initiative because Pitch made a big deception to like pretend to die. I've done this to a couple
That's
parties.
awesome.
That's
It's
awesome.
Pitch puts his
That
head
is
back
so
on.
cool.
He does a lot of bullshit.
That is
'cause
so cool.
he will kill himself over these shards. It's wild stuff.
So
And-
we aren't the only ones to lose
Oh,
a shard.
everyone's
No,
lost a
everyone's
shard.
lost a shard.
I
The other
mean,
party of Hordak had it just slipped
Tree,
out from under his armor. which it
mountain,
was sealed, like vacuum sealed and
you are the
got it.
fourth out of 5 parts. The only party that hasn't had shards stolen is because they're still looking for a
How many does
specific
he
shard.
have now?
He has
Yes.
7.
He has Six
of
out
the
of of the 8.
6 of
Oh
the
my
8.
gosh.
And one of them's the handle.
One of them's a handle. There's
He can
one
get a
shard that is
sword.
with good party, a good
That's
party,
not good.
and
No,
one
it's
shard that
not.
is
With
completely
Ramses.
hidden.
Oh,
One's
what
with
about
Ramses. Wait.
He's working with Ramses.
Oh,
they
that's
have
right,
a
so he
hort.
has that.
It's like he has it, but he just doesn't get to hold on to
Yeah.
it. It's a.
I don't think he would have
Well,
to steal it from him.
He's probably gonna still have to. But it's that like if we're talking
It's-
bad guys,
it's-
like
it's-
As
we're
right now,
friends,
but
yeah,
then as
right
soon as
now.
he's like,
Ramsey
I'm
have-
ready for the final piece, Ramses is like,
Yeah,
exactly.
no.
It's a level of he'll have to fight Ramses for it or do something.
And I feel like he's only working with Pitch as much as like he worked with us.
Yeah.
Exactly. Ramses is
He's bitch being-
on his own
He's
terms.
him.
As we
Can I
come
punch
out,
him now?
Yeah.
Alright, let the scene happen. Let it pay out.
As the blood settles, everyone breathes heavily. There's still 25 more days until we get to Volinar, where the elf capital
We don't
is.
have animals to help.
Why didn't the other parties give the shard to Gabriel?
A couple different reasons.
They
Basically,
didn't either?
one party, so Megan as Tulio didn't give, because basically Gabriel almost not bullied Tulio into giving it, but it was that like, I'll leave you behind, because he was helping teleport a party away. They did a bunch of crazy shit, and it was that like, before I send you to your party, give me the sword shard. Made a persuasion check like, trust me. And Gabriel did. And it's like, all right, I'll
then
trust
they got
you.
it stolen.
And then they got it stolen. Again, Heaven's not having, because Heaven's like, we'll trust our our chosen, and then it keeps getting stolen.
Every
So Heaven's
single
like,
one, they're like, gosh, you guys
shit.
This is huge Good Omens vibes, bro.
Awesome, though.
So
No,
we've
it's
got.
not.
No, no, it's a show.
25.
Good Omens is a show.
Oh, it's a show, not the word like the vibe of Good Omens. It's a show. I'm gonna quickly roll the other encounters. I will let you know though, the big one was that.
Unless he rolls another nat 1.
If it's another nat 1, we're gonna have to end the session while I prep something at that point, because that's wild.
Fuck.
You're good. Really good. You're good.
We need a nat 20.
Wow, I've just
Lords
rolled
of
4
Chaos,
times
Lords of
above a
Bone.
15. I've just
Wow.
rolled everything. Not 20s, unfortunately, but
That's
everything
okay.
from like 15 to 19. Here comes the last roll. Okay.
Like 4.
Yeah. I'm not even
Is it?
joking. It's an exact 4.
Dang. I can just.
You should have played a
I
divination.
will
and maybe
say,
Fish
though,
could have had
Dude,
like
I am a divination wizard.
By the
I just
time
guess.
you traveled for 30 days, you already had animals with you. Again, you've been using Awaken before even this, which is solid. You have this like slight posse of awakened polar bear foxes,
Right.
like everything.
If we keep feeding the polar bears,
You're
we'll
about a
listen.
day from Volinar. How I will describe it is this. As you approach, you're getting actually very close to the
Oh, do we
main
need to talk?
roads. This is where we will have the talk encounter. Tooth, it's been a month. You can't keep avoiding each other. You're almost at the city anyway. If it's not now, something else is going to
What's
happen.
the top supposed to be? Sorry.
Tooth, what would you like to say to Sinbad as you travel? This will be one of the last things we do
Pull him
tonight.
aside.
Lost his shard
Yeah, just
because of him.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, Sans has been kind of just like keeping Tooth back until she cools off, which took a month.
I'm gonna tell you my story. You're
interesting.
gonna listen.
Okay, I'm gonna go make a sandwich.
Just bye, guys. No, I'm kidding.
When I was very young, my parents died. I was taken in by the Fae. Often the story goes is that they replaced one of their sickly children for a healthy baby, but that's stories. They chose me, transformed me, and turned me into their queen because they trusted me. And then I still was alone. I had all these subjects at the age of 6, with no one to guide me. And then the moon showed up. It brought me that light. He became that figure for me, and I just don't understand. You could have given it to him, and it wouldn't have been in Pitch's hands. You don't know what he's like, what he's done. You are a child. when most of it happened. You didn't exist when the big stuff happened. I've lived for centuries. All of my friends are dead. Except for them. Now I fear they'll die too.
The decision to keep the shard was my decision. It is potentially a mistake that I'll have to live with, but I'm not going to put any... I'm not going to make any judgments as of yet. The regret that you're feeling, keep it on me. I didn't give it to Gabriel. That was my mistake. I apologize.
Hiccup with a passive perception of the highest in the party right now, that 15, which is pretty solid. Multiple things are moving through the tree surrounding you guys right now.
Are we cut off?
Not completely cut off, but it's that, like, right before you think you're on the main road to Volinar, you suddenly, something is
Throw my
running.
hand up. I'm just like, guys. Everyone. Like, point to where I'm hearing it.
You point around as all of you suddenly, the woods around Volinar have grown so silent. Stepping out slowly, 1 foot after another, each with their bow completely knocked and drawn. 20 elves circle around.
We could have shot him to the dog.
One of them steps forward, lowers his bow. Are you the chosen?
Yeah. Yeah.
You come with us. There's much to discuss on how to save our world before it is destroyed again. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session. Thank you all so very much for playing. Thank you all for listening. And we'll see you all next time.
I'm drained.
Bye-bye.
I'm tired.
That was a